Welcome back, everybody. Hope that you have been having a good time. And welcome to episode 51 of Long-Time Watcher, First Time Writer. I am, as always, your long-time watcher, King Fats the 95th. And joining me again are my fantastic, my wonderful, my beautiful first-time writers, Action Shakespeare.
Hi.
B Drops.
Hello.
And the Nonagon.
Oh. Getting noodly.
Yeah, I'm getting a little with it. Watch me swoosh right in.
And then you just unraveled.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I got brain rot too. I have advanced brain rot.
It's because you spent time around me.
Fantastic, wonderful.
It's now becoming an infection.
This is wonderful. It's my favorite infection. And we're going to infect you with our horrible takes about
infections.
Number 3 will make you shit your pants.
Literally.
Yeah, no, it's
dysentery.
Dysentery.
The number 3 dysentery on the Oregon Trail.
Start with being on topic.
Anyway, we're gonna infect you with our bad takes about these 4 episodes of Kamen Rider Kuga. Kamen Rider Kuga episode 13, Suspicion, episode 14, Omen, episode 15, Armor, and episode 16, Creed. Personally, I'm more of a fan of When the Arms Wide Open than Can You Take Me Higher. That's my bad Creed take.
My bad Creed take is Creed 2 is better than Creed 1.
Damn!
I don't actually believe this.
B, you got any bad Creed takes?
I don't know anything about Creed, but I do talk about Kamen Rider on occasion.
Fair enough. Let's do that now as we talk about Kamen Rider Kuga episode 13, Suspicion. Original air date April 23rd of 2000. We start this episode at Jonan University. The archaeology department. Yeah, take 2. Archaeology department, 8:11 a.m. Sakurako pulls an all-nighter and receives a call from Jean, who is in Nagano. He tells her that they've found more ancient runes in their excavations, and he will send her the images for them. Poor Sakurako. She will never get a break.
I love this opening scene. This is just such a fun little passage of time thing where it just it gets the coffee pot in the foreground and then just fades into an empty coffee pot, and we go to the next day.
Homegirl was pulling an all-nighter.
Yeah, college.
Yeah, college.
plus a superhero assistant job.
Oof.
Yeah.
Unpaid.
Yeah, that's her unpaid internship.
Both
are unpaid. She had to pay for one of them.
Yeah.
You can at least say college will pay off, potentially, maybe, but... Well, I guess you can say being a hero's assistant will pay off too, but God.
Yeah. I mean, she's probably got a good in with where Enokita works once all of this is said and done.
I hope so. But is that what she wants?
That's the question.
This conversation with John Whiteman, it's just more or less building towards things we are going to get into as the episodes progress.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, I just wrote down, yes! And I don't remember where in the conversation it happened, but oh, John.
Oh, John.
I love his little English sprinkles.
He's fun.
He has some really
English
good ones
jimmies.
in this. Yeah. In this set of episodes, he has some really fun ones.
Yeah, he does. I do. There is something I really do enjoy about in a Japanese show. Someone who can speak fluent Japanese and English, and the sprinkling in a little spice, a little English spice into a sentence. Always a fun time. Anyway, we'll move on over to Bunkyo Ward. Pol, 8:47 a.m. After trying some of Nana's cookies, Tamasaburo says that they can be served in the shop. She then tells him she'll be taking them to Yusuke, who is outside fixing a scratch on the Tri-Chaser 2000. I felt, man, poor Tamasaburo.
Doesn't he just go lick, 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 lick?
That's the second time around.
He bites it.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the second time is a whole other scheme.
That's the whole, yeah. That's the grift, baby.
I feel like just because it's really funny, I would like to specify that very specifically what Yusuke was doing was repainting the Kuga mark that he annually put on his bike because it got a little scuffed. This boy
People
loves his Kuga mark. Yeah.
He loves his Kuga mark.
It's wonderful.
I also, I do appreciate, Nanda goes out and has Yusuke try a cookie, and he's like, "Oh man, these are so good. Can I bring these to Sakuraka?" Wrong tree, barking right up it.
And maybe my boyfriend.
Yes.
But only if Sakurako says they're good enough.
Yeah, only if Sakuraka says they're good enough for my boyfriend.
Since I trust her and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get them peer reviewed. You should always, everybody peer review your cookies, really. It's very important.
Gotta send these cookies to my wingman.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I have much to consider.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
Kamen Rider, though.
Metro PD Joint Task Force Office 9:04 a.m. Who, I don't recognize this name, so I'm going to look up who this person is very quickly. Okay, yeah. Sadao, it just says Sadao announces the unidentified life form murders will now be investigated more thoroughly. And I was like, who the hell is Sadao? But it's the...
this cop got a name?
Yeah, I believe it says he's the head of the security department of the Metropolitan Police. So he's the guy that Ichijo works under.
And we remember him very well for it.
I mean, I remember him. I never remembered his name.
I'm sure they said it once and never again.
Probably.
Right. That's kind of how it'd be in a lot of shows like this.
Mm-hmm. They've got stuff they got to cover, so we got to present information quick.
This police boardroom scene is the first time I started noticing that they have this weird ass Twin Peaks synth background music. It's almost the Laura Palmer.
Yeah, not quite Laura Palmer.
It doesn't quite get into the piano. It's that same underlying synth.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see David Lynch and Godai team up.
Just David Lynch.
Yeah, just David Lynch.
The guy.
Not Dale Cooper, David Lynch.
Yeah.
Not like the guy David Lynch played in Twin Peaks either.
No. Not Gordon Cole.
With the headphones. I
want to see David Lynch and the person and Godai the character team up.
Get him, girls. That's ULF 25. Get him, girl.
There he is. The guy who doesn't like Kamen Rider. Get him, Godai.
Goodness.
But yeah, we have a scene where essentially we're just talking about the ULFs, and what the police are doing to try and stop them. We introduced that the science team has successfully created Bullets 2, the sequel to Bullets. These ones are filled with gas. Which I do...
bullet.
Yeah. I do appreciate that, they took a lead that they had and they ran with it, and it paid off.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
Yeah. I feel like that's not necessarily something that you would see every time in a show like this. But they were like, hey, this is what we got, and we're developing around it, and it's being some semblance of successful.
It is fascinating how much they're truly giving the innovation of literally every normal association in this show. Kamen Rider is just kind of he's stemming the tide until the people with brains figure anything out.
Yeah, basically.
They just need him to be a wall for a minute while they get some work done.
Sometimes you need somebody to wall for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could all use that in life.
Yeah. Get yourself a buffer if you can. It's fucking wild out there. We also see the Grongi. They're hiding out in the greenhouse. Our monster for the day, Mei Bairangi, asks if they've gotten a new board to track their murders.
Yeah.
Which they do. They now have Evil Abacus.
Yeah.
To do sinister math.
It's no longer a magnet board. It is now an abacus.
Yeah.
Also evil looking with a frame.
It's spiky, jagged, evil. It looks like a fucking like an offhand item in an RPG.
Yeah.
For your caster class. With this, I raise my intelligence by another plus 25. I like the abacus. I think having the clicky is nice, and also it does look a little more legit than the fucking magnet board.
Yeah.
Tally marks.
Yeah.
Someone just picked one up and was like, "Hey, what if we just? Yeah, okay, let's get rid of."
Yeah.
They just casually just wrote it in. Oh, they left this behind. We're shifting to a new model. It's way more menacing. It fits their theme better too.
It really does.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's their little like bracelet abacus that they were rocking.
Mm-hmm.
They get into their jewelry. They get into their like little like spat because everybody's like, I want to do this. No, fuck you. You're not cool enough.
Fucking Batman once again is like, do I get to play now? Hell no, you don't.
I wrote down the note, unlock my chastity belt, please. Me too, says Batman. Because they reach up and, like, unlock the belt.
Yeah, the fucking
lets him go
thing.
sicko mode.
Fucking Batman's never going to get let out of his cage.
Mm-mm. They also use a lens flare for someone's henshin, which is really cool.
Yeah, that was a good bit.
More of that cinnamon topography.
Mm-hmm. Spice.
It's so shaky.
I love it.
It's like waking up if you fell asleep outside.
God, yeah. Ugh.
Ah, God,
What planet am I on?
Yeah, hurt my eyes just thinking about that one.
Oh.
Which quadrant of the galaxy am I in? You're on Earth still, dude. Don't
feel like it.
That being said, since this is his first appearance, I dig this fish man. He's a good ass piranha ass fish man.
Brian.
Right.
Yeah, Brian. Why this man got nipple rings?
Batman does.
Who pierced this man's nipples?
He did.
Yeah.
There are many reasons why people pierce their nipples.
Tell me.
Yeah, you made it seem like you were making a point there.
With this bit.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
You were gonna teach me something.
Educate me, educator.
Well, you see, because he's displayed them openly, you can now tell at a glance that he is a freak.
Ah.
And this is what he's signaling to the world.
Yeah.
Also, you can hook him up to the back of your truck.
Okay.
Oh.
Good lord.
Okay, that makes sense. Never mind.
Like truck nuts.
Yeah, like truck for all those truck fuckers. But yeah,
horrible thought.
Thank you. I'm full of them.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's just. I mean, it was mostly B's implications of hooking a man up to the truck by his nipples.
By his nipples, yeah.
There's only about like 2 things that can happen to that.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's like, I'm scared about like that second option of like, of you just take intact.
Well, they can only take so much.
Yeah.
Those some tough ass nipples.
I don't think Brian has
strange.
infinite titty meat like Zuzine did.
Yeah, I think Rhino Gang could have done it.
Rhino Gang could have done it. Rhino Gang would have won.
Brian, I don't know.
Brian doesn't have that dog in him like that. I mean, his name's Brian, for God's sakes.
Yeah, we know how that happens what happens with cars and Brian.
And Brian's, yeah.
Wow.
Shout out MF Doom.
Yeah. What the hell? Go back.
What the hell, Brian?
What the hell, Brian? I think we go back to the college?
Yes, we go back to Jonan University Archaeology Lab. It's 9:36 a.m. Yosuke has arrived, and he's eating Sakurako's cookies.
Nom nom.
It's just a little thing, but I appreciate that, like, when he goes in for, like, cookie number 3, she slaps him on the hand and is like, dude, stop.
Stop that shit, man.
Fucking quit it.
She really takes such care of him.
Yeah, you can't eat too many.
You're gonna get a tummy ache.
I like how this scene is just mostly reinforcing that Sakurako is getting burnt at both ends.
Yeah, really.
Fat, like by flamethrowers.
It is literally just like, hey, Sakurako, let's pile more work onto you. How about that thesis?
And she's like, God. She's so down for it, and I hate it. And she's like, it's fine. I've got energy drinks. Yay.
I mean, relatable.
Yeah.
No.
The folly of youth.
And I don't mean to be too high on any horse here, but I'm going to say this with some personal experience. It'll come to get you. You'll be too old for that way faster than you think you will. Like, you think, oh, I'm fine, and then literally, like, 2 years later, you can't do it anymore.
You just can't do that shit, yeah.
That's what happened in my... That was what happened at my job, because, like, they wouldn't give me breaks. Or they didn't hire enough people that I could take breaks.
Gross.
Right?
Yeah, turns out it ruins you.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, relatable. I can understand where you're coming from, Sakurako.
Gonna burn the fuck out.
Yeah, surely.
She's not even getting paid for this.
She's not
even minimum wage.
I
guess her friend gives her cookies sometimes, but he didn't even make these.
Yeah.
And he ate most of them.
Yeah, and also he kept eating them. Come on, Yusuke. Pay Sakurako. Stay at your job for like 5 minutes so you can earn some semblance of a paycheck and then give it to her.
Yeah.
Please.
The fact that he hasn't been fired is impressive.
It's insanely impressive.
That curry.
Yeah.
It's too good.
Yeah,
I have
maybe.
to learn how to cook curry that well.
Yeah, cook curry so good that you can be truant on the job and still have it.
Gosh. I'd do that for sure.
Need job security like that.
Yeah. Need me a freak like that for real. Speaking of freaks. Yeah, I was going to say. Who's ready to watch a freak do a fucking murder?
Yeah.
We go to
scene rules.
Koto Ward, Arakawa River, 9:57 a.m. A number of people are on a cruise as the captain hears something hit the bottom of the boat. When one of them looks to see the cause of it, he is grabbed and thrown overboard. Meraingi's grungy form then boards the ship, scaring the passengers into fleeing. However, due to the lack of escape opportunities, he kills them as a man watches on the shore. As an officer passes by, he asks if he knew anything about the scene. He notices a tattoo on the man's neck and asks him if he was the culprit as he reaches for his gun.
The dissonance on this scene is impeccable.
It's truly fantastic.
It's like for a rubber suit monster man in broad daylight, I think they did an alright job.
They did a very good job. I also want to just reach over and put another tally mark next to children murdered on screen.
Yeah,
there were small children on this boat.
There were small children on this boat, and they got murdered.
He's got European uppercuts for everybody.
Yeah, he does.
That part got me out of the horror a little bit. He just kind of uppercuts people off the boat. Like, it's still horrible and they died, but man.
Yeah.
Pow! Right in the kisser.
Also, I made the comment on this in my notes as well, but just a scene of mass murder happening to classical music. Mwah, love that. Yeah. Love that.
It's such a good trope.
It's such a good trope.
Like, I don't know where it started, and I want to know, like, its origin point.
That would be an interesting thing to learn.
But I'm like, this is very common thing for me to see of just like, here's a horrific murder, and we're gonna do it to some classical music.
Yeah,
and it's just
a classic.
So good. Yeah, it's classic.
It is literally classic.
tasteful. Even.
Like even X-Files did it.
That's how you know it's good.
Well, it's just like because it's like all over the world. It's not just like a one thing.
Yeah, the fact that it's such a widespread thing, I mean, truly lends power to what a great like device it is. It's just so good. And truly this Fishman is the fuckler. Holy shit. What a I think that's probably my favorite thing about this is that this is like a really heinous way to murder a bunch of people. To just be like, oh cool, you're stuck on a boat with no possible escape routes. I'm just gonna kind of corral you into a corner and murder you all one by one.
I'm not gonna lie, that just sounds like the common sense way to approach it, but...
I mean, yeah, but still.
Yeah.
I guess...
Listen, we all can't be as practical as you are, B-Drops.
The implications.
Am I boring?
That's your concern?
No. Because okay, but here's the thing. B would throw practicality out the window. Tell me if I'm wrong here, B. Because after you killed everybody, you would also cut them up and then like have them for dinner. In a bath maybe. of butter.
I mean, do you need practicality after you're done?
Certainly not.
No.
Yeah, I figure that's where it goes out the window.
Yeah.
So, but still.
You get the job done and then you enjoy it.
Yeah, then you get to indulge.
I feel like I want to see if I leave one, like maybe I'll leave a kid and I'll see if he can swim to shore.
Ooh.
Just for fun.
See if he comes back, tries to get revenge on you. That'd be me. That'd be my shit.
Ooh, yeah.
I would go into people's houses. Yeah, exactly. I'd like go into people's houses and I'd murder like all of them in front of one child, and I'd be like, I would leave my knife there and be like, come find me, fucker. And then I'd just leave. And see if it happens. See what happens. Is a child gonna murder me on the street one day? I don't know. That's what makes it fun. Come on. You gotta make it exciting.
We've got setups for the future. We've got sequels.
We got sequels. Pre-baked sequels. I am always saying you should pre-bake your sequels. Listen, if you're gonna make a sequel, pre-bake another one. Just keep that oven at 450. You're gonna have offcuts, alright?
When I rule the world, my villain comic is gonna be so popular.
It's gonna be so good. Yeah, one. Obviously one.
Okay. Congratulations to everybody on becoming the Jonkler.
Yeah, well, you know.
Speaking of the Jonkler,
yeah, we got a Jonkler. We got a special kind of Jonkler. We got a Jonkler from North Carolina. Shout out to his fucking shirt.
God, I didn't even notice.
You didn't notice that? Yeah. He's got a fucking North Carolina shirt.
Tattoo.
That's fair. It's so dumb.
And his attitude. This guy's such a funny fake out.
He's
to me.
He's very good. So yeah, there's a quick scene where we get to watch Ichijo and Tsubaki talk in cars. Tsubaki's doing the thing where he's being a young adult man, enjoying his life.
I was gonna say, like, everybody here wanted to fuck him, and I guess that's true in canon. I kind of forgot this was that dude for a little bit.
No, yeah, Tsubaki's Tsubaki's like in canon hot.
He's in canon hot and a player. All right.
Yeah, my man getting it. Except for when he has to cancel his dates, but we'll talk about that later.
Sorry, dude.
I do feel I was especially amused by the very fact that he's openly a player. Like when they stop to have their conversation, he has a woman sitting with him. She's in the passenger seat. He leans over to talk to Ichijo, and he's like, "Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, another one already?"
Another one.
And I'm like, she's right there. What?
She seems into it.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was fucking flexing. He was like, "Man, I pull so much puss."
Good for you, I guess.
She's like, I can't even say anything. I got pulled.
Yeah, it's true. He really does pull so much.
He's
puss.
taking me to a nice dinner. Like, what the fuck am I gonna say?
Like, well, no.
He's gonna pay. He's a doctor.
Yeah. You know, maybe you could get some nice dinners if you put out. But
Jesus. Hey, Ichijo, check out Check out my girlfriend. Why didn't you get a girlfriend? Oh, right.
All right. From that scene, we get to go to the Metropolitan PD interrogation room where we're going to question the fuckler.
What if I am the mastermind? What if I wanted to be captured? This guy's just Dermot in my head now.
God.
I gotta
Had to register my knife as a lethal weapon. It's freaking stupid.
I got a whole team of Garangi waiting for me out front.
Oh my god. He really is just kind of Dermot though a little bit. I kind of feel bad for Sugita because Sugita's the one leading the questioning, and he's like, you can just tell they've been at this for like an hour. He's so tired. Like every question is preceded by a heavy sigh. Just him being like, I have to ask you this because it's due process, but I really want to just punch you in the dick.
With the way you're sitting, you made it way too easy.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
You will not close your legs fast enough. I promise you that.
I don't know. You may be familiar with approximately what angles men spreading tends to be at. This guy was approaching full split territory.
True.
Yeah.
He was busting it open.
Right in front of the camera from a low angle. It was really weird.
Power move.
Really
Yeah.
is. Like this. That is not even a comfortable position to sit.
It's not. I can promise you it's not.
Like, that is nearing the maximum range of motion of, my legs going to the side when I'm sitting like that.
How else are you going to show your attitude?
Yeah.
By crossing my legs and arms and pouting with my hair over my eyes.
Your attitude is toddler.
Oh, well.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh.
Who needs a haircut.
Oh.
Babby who hair too long.
We carry you, Nanagon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just keeping it real.
Keeping it 100.
Don't.
Well, don't keep it
I
100.
just tell it like it is.
Keep it 50.
Just
a
calls
Susan
it like
on the whale
yeah.
boat.
Truly. Truly just the worst.
Time for more people to die.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. First though, I do just want to fucking point out, I love fucking Ichijo's involvement, quote unquote, in this whole situation, because he's just posted up against the wall, staring daggers into this fucking dude. He he's
bad cop.
Yeah, he does not
You
avert
really
his
don't want to find out.
You do not want to find out. The notion, I had this note in my notes. I was like, the idea of Ichijo playing bad cop is fucking terrifying to me. Cause I don't even want to think about it. He would fuck you up bad. He would.
I think he would be. I think Ichijo is the kind of person who would invest himself deeply into the art of psychological torture.
Yes.
I wouldn't have to lay a finger on you.
Yeah, he wouldn't touch you, but he would ruin you anyway. So, what we're saying is, don't get on Ichijo's bad side, or bad things will happen. Or do. I mean,
if you're into that.
if your B drops, calls them like I see them.
Logical torture, you say?
Oh my god!
Man's self.
Oh my god, stop. Christ.
We go back to Jonan for a moment because Yosuke gets a call from Ichijo. They're gonna go meet up at the hospital. And in the meantime, in Shibuya, Tsubaki is called by Ichijo, who requests that he look at something as he is about to lead the woman from earlier into his home. Oh, right. No, one, that's not correct. But second, yeah. I like the wording was weird. So, but yeah. So, yeah, fucking Ichijo's pulling in all of his favors at once. He calls Yusuke, he's like, come get your ass down to the hospital. He calls Tsubaki as he's about to enter the restaurant for his date and is like, yeah, I need you to come look at the dude. And Tsubaki says yes.
Yeah.
Which,
He's
I mean...
dedicated to his job.
Yeah, I was going to say, shout out to Tsubaki for being a writer guy.
Understanding?
Yeah.
I don't know, she just seems down with all of his behavior. Maybe they are in a serious relationship.
Maybe, yeah.
Yes. X vibes.
I feel bad because I legitimately don't remember if we ever see that girl again.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Not for these 4 episodes.
So yeah, certainly not for these 4 episodes. So now we're all going to meet at Kanto Medical University Hospital. Ichijo is essentially asking Yusuke for his help in like psychologically profiling this gentleman who we do learn during the investigation. His name is Junichi Chono. You must remember that for exactly 2 episodes, and then you may flush it from your memory.
Yeah.
Later, Chono.
Good old Chono.
What an interesting name, Chono.
Yeah, it is an interesting one. We have Tsubaki confirm that he is not an unidentified life form, which, I mean...
He still wants to crack him open real bad, though.
Yeah, it's true. Tsubaki loves to crack people open. This says the x-ray suggests that they examined Chono's abdomen more. Can anyone confirm that? Because I don't remember exactly what was wrong. I don't think they ever actually say what's wrong with this dude.
Anime sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's probably anime sickness.
Yeah, I don't believe they ever explicitly said what was wrong with him, but that he could seek treatment.
Yeah, well, that he needed to seek treatment.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into this more a little bit in the next episode, but like Tsubaki does mention like, hey, this guy needs, like, this dude's really sick. He needs to get some help. But I don't think they mentioned the exact nature of it. But yeah, this scene is actually an interesting scene because it's kind of just Tsubaki, Yusuke, and Ichijo kind of figuring out what this dude's deal would be, that he is like on the side of the of the Grongi. You know, why would he want to, like, you know, why would he pretend to be a Grongi? Why would he want to be on their side?
Why is he kin with Grongi?
Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh my god. I mean, you're right, but just because you're right doesn't mean you should say it.
This dude needed the emo haircut.
He had it just for the 2000s.
No, the 2000s emo haircut was the emo haircut.
I suppose that's fair enough. He was he definitely
like a crew cut.
Yeah, I guess so. He definitely fit the profile for sure. But anyway, while we're trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with this dude, old Brian, he attacks some fishermen who are fishing in a weird location. I mentioned this in the actual episode, but I was like, I couldn't possibly fathom, like, trying to go, like, boat-ass fishing in, like, a river that's in the middle of a city.
It's really funny. Just rent a little kayak and go fishing in your local duck pond. That's, like, maybe 15 feet deep.
I mean, yeah, it's clearly it's deep enough for, like, vessels, and I guess it has fish, but, like,
yeah,
like, the notion of being, like, and to your left on your fishing vessel, you can see downtown.
Scenic.
Yeah,
I
scenic.
guess.
Well, I mean, it is for us.
Well, you know, it's an island.
Yeah, I mean, like, I
do just kind of be all the bodies of water that are not just lakes.
I get it. It's just, like, it is weird, especially because that river didn't look particularly clean.
Incredibly green.
It was, yeah, that shit was green as fuck. So
Perfect
yeah,
for a man-eating piranha.
Yeah, Piranha Man's about to do the damn thing when a construction worker annihilates his whole shit on a piece of like a pipe or something in some water. I don't know what's happening.
Cut.
My man gashes himself open. He is bleeding like a motherfucker. I don't know what happened to this man, but like, anyway, we're gonna do the shark attack thing. But yeah, this man just. So Brian goes to do shark attack shit. We cut back to Kanto, and this is where we get the official diagnosis from Tsubaki that Chono is big sick. Ichijo gets a call about Brian, so Yusuke heads out to deal with him. And the episode ends here at Jonan University. Saratari gets a call from Jin, who says that he found a strange item at the excavation site. So we get to Yosuke and Brian. They're having a fight. You know how this sort of thing goes. Yeah, we're doing punches at each other.
They killed that initial guy who cut his hand.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like one other guy that was about to get murdered. And Ichijo interrupts long enough for Kuga to get in.
Yeah. Proving that the bullets work.
He gets in long enough for you stay in, and then he turns that man around and rushes him off the scene.
Yes.
He doesn't see Kuga transform.
I did like him very specifically spinning that gentleman around and running him off.
Don't look at the guy with the belt, please.
Yeah. Don't look at my boyfriend.
He's changing.
True. As Yusuke is fighting, he's getting visited upon by these strange visions of a beetle creature, which
it's a Superman punch.
It's true. I wanted to point out this scene specifically because it does something that I love when fight scenes do, and I don't super know how well to describe it, because like to say that the fight scene is stripped of sound is inherently incorrect, but like it's the way the levels are done. Good example that I can give is if you have seen it, the fight between Zuko and Azula on the last episode. Yeah, the last episode. No, like second to last episode of Avatar. But that fight where like all you can really hear is like the music and the sound of their attacks, like maybe some dialogue if someone is doing any dialogue. I fucking love that shit so much, and they do it here, and it's equally as good. I think that is just like a super cool way to present a fight to people, and I think more things should do it.
Fights are a great venue for a lot of stylistic choices.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're just mostly just doing a fight.
Yeah.
You kind of want to figure out something to really set it apart.
I imagine this was probably initially pretty weird for all Yusuke, but like there are bits where we see, these flashing images of this beetle, and we hear like the buzzing of a flying insect. That had to be the worst.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I would lose my mind.
I would go ballistic. Yeah, in your brain. You can't even like rub your ear really fast to make sure there isn't like a fly in there or something. yeah, you know, you've done it.
Yeah, that would
burn it
that would
down,
interrupt.
over.
Yeah, for real. That would interrupt my Superman punches real easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got that battle damage again.
Yes. Yeah, I love that we are making a point to battle damage our Kuga. Also, shoutouts to this fight. Yusuke doesn't go in and immediately get his ass handed to him.
He's mostly keeping up. He actually adapts really well. If you don't mind me just kind of bleeding into episode 14 now.
Not at all. Go for it.
The whole fight.
Continuous narrative. Wowee.
Woo woo woo.
Who the fucking thought?
He gets that battle damage.
Let me just stick a little flag in the ground real quick and say episode 14 is Omen. Original air date April 30th, 2000. Go for it.
Here we go. We now resume the fight already in progress.
Yeah.
Kuga's hitting him with the basement drop kicks in the water. It's getting wet and sloppy.
Yeah.
But to the point of his battle damage, he notices that that the Brian hits pretty hard.
Yeah.
And he gets in close, and he mid-fight engages purple mode, and
Yeah.
just starts no-selling.
I've decided I do not want to take damage anymore.
Yeah, it was awesome. He was like, "Oh, right, this is like a defensive ability. Let me get in there."
Yeah.
And Brian responds by biting you and biting you and biting you and biting
Yeah,
you.
and biting you and biting you. He does
Until he gets
bite his
sniped.
arm. Yeah, shout out fucking Ichijo. Only very nearly not able to clinch the fight for us, but
It would have been really funny if Ichijo just blew that guy's brains out and that was the end.
that would have been hysterical.
Right,
That would've
when
been-
Ichijo's gone. You messing with his man.
True.
I want Ichijo to get a kill so desperately.
Like a human kill, or
Obviously.
I don't think he'll have trouble doing that.
Yeah.
I want him to get a Grongi kill, like one. I just want him to get one.
That
He's
would
not
be fun.
gonna.
Let Ichijo have little Grunky kill as a treat.
I think he's earned it.
He absolutely has earned it.
He's got damn close to it.
True. That's for damn sure. I will just spoil a thing here, specifically because I do want to comment on it, and so that I find it very interesting about Kuga how much that they have Ichijo do without him ever becoming a Kamen Rider himself. I don't think that's something that would have happened in other seasons, like even the ones that were airing in the Showa era beforehand. So it's something that I do think is a little cool, is that they allow him to be so constantly involved and so close to Yusuke without ever actually like making him a writer.
it's so nice. It's really got a reliable squad.
Yeah. I think it's kind of also interesting in that it helps kind of keep Yusuke in the focus of things. You know, when you start giving more people belts, that kind of gives us more characters that we want or need to focus on, because they, you know, their plot relevancy kind of jumps up really high once you start being able to be involved in the combat. And you know, the fact that they didn't end up doing that with Ichijo, I think is very, very cool. Also, kind of an interesting way of kind of sort of recontextualizing things. You know, in the kind of concept of Kuga being sort of a Kamen Rider revival, because Kamen Riders having some form of secondary was a very common trope up to this point. I think maybe there's maybe like 3 or 4 writers that might have not have had some sort of secondary. I wouldn't be able to say for 100% sure without doing some research, but you know, it is not uncommon. I mean, the very first writer, we got the second writer, and so you know, you would kind of almost expect that to happen in this show, and the fact that it didn't, I think it's a cool way of kind of you know rebooting the narrative, as it were. But with that being said, we'll now go back to the hospital, where Yusuke is gonna talk to Tsubaki about the visions he received, and Tsubaki is going to try and tear him apart like a walnut.
You're a genetic freak. I want to get in there.
I do love that little bit of Tsubaki just getting all up in Yusuke's face and being like, maybe we should run some tests on you. You're having visions, huh? And Yusuke just being like, no, I think I'm fine.
No thanks.
Just cock blocks him entirely.
Please let me cut you up.
Please, I'm begging you, let me look at your brain.
I've been so good. I want to cut you up into a little piece. Please,
let me cut you up in just a little bit. Let me get all up in that genetic freak. Come on, Ichijo, stop bogarting the genetic freak.
He's so valid.
He's true.
I'm sorry. No.
Look, we all have our scientists to be thirsty for.
Yeah.
Some of us are thirsty for the crazy one who wants to cut you into pieces, and some of us want the fail mom.
And some of us, the extra lucky ones, want both of them. Ladies, gentlemen, and call me.
Oh.
What do I call you?
King Fats would be.
Oh.
That'll work.
Okay.
All right. Well, now that we've got...
What else happened?
I feel like this is going... Sorry, I don't mean to disrupt the flow too much, but I've been feeling it a bit this episode. Things have been going so well. That's wild. Like, hey, remember when we were screaming and fighting and complaining all the time? This show's just good, and it has a good pace, and we're just like, yeah, that happened. It was good. Anyway,
yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, that's the thing, is you can only say it was good so many times. After a while,
the opposite curse.
A little
I
bit.
need to become a food critic so that I have an expanded vocabulary with which to refer to
the flavor of Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
Get the mouthfeel of Kamen Rider.
I definitely want to get the mouthfeel of Kamen Rider, if you know what I'm talking about, baby.
I'm high.
My goodness.
Pretend I'm high fiving.
Pretend I am high fiving you back.
Looks apologetically at Glass towards Word's ear.
That's incredibly valid. Sorry, Words.
I'm the one doing that thing where you
sorry.
press your mouth against the glass and start blowing.
Stop! Hits you with a newspaper.
We can't keep RPing. We have to go.
Oh my god, donut jump scare.
Yes, donut jump scare. I just real quick, because it's vaguely plot relevant, I should mention Yusuke goes to visit Chono while, you know, he's like, I want to talk to Chono and figure out why he's such a fucking freak. And then we go back and then we go back to Pol Pol, where Nana is taste testing more food on her uncle. It's cool. But
it literally is a donut jump scare. She pops him out and he goes, ah! Donuts.
This time though, he's got the fucking strat. He takes a bite of the donut. He's like, nah, these ones aren't good. They're just not very good. Definitely not good enough to give to Yosuke. You should you shouldn't give these to him. And of course, Nana, all distraught, is like, well, I guess you can have them then, Uncle. And he licks all them shits. He's like, I got me a box of donuts.
Take backsies.
Yeah, no takesies backsies.
I know we've thrown Ichigo under the bus so many times, but I just can't help but think, wow, these are two pretty minor characters that not only are recurring, but within the very recent appearance of the second one, have already formed an adorable rapport and a running gag.
Yeah, we know Nana.
Off the last...
We know enough about her to remember her name. We know, like, why. I think we know why she's here at this point. If we don't, we're going to find out soon.
She's here to fuck Yusuke.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
We know.
Hey, who the fuck is
she? I think she just works there.
No. There's another
something else.
reason. Yeah, I think maybe it hasn't come up yet. I'll just spoil it now because I think it's definitely within this 4 set of episodes. She's going to Tokyo because she wants to become an actress, and she is taking acting classes in town.
It's just so great. They have an interaction that is built off of a previous interaction.
Whoa!
And that should not blow my mind as much as it does. But
unfortunately,
it just makes me sad that this one subplot has more continuity and character development than every single thing in all 98 episodes of Ichigo.
I don't know about every single thing, but it is pretty goddamn close.
It's not far enough away for me to really make a distinction.
That's
Goro was somebody's brother consistently.
True.
We were wrong about for most of the podcast.
I swear to God, they said outright in the show that he was fucking Mari's brother. I don't know when that changed.
Well, anyways.
Anyway, really true. I will be the one person here who isn't mad, just disappointed. Only in that, like, well, because the side characters that we did get in Ichigo were so good. You know, there was what? Why am I forgetting his name? Is it Shino? Shiro. That's it. It's not Shino, it's Shiro. But, you know, there's Shiro, there's Mari, there's Yuri, there's I'm fucking blanking on names. Goro.
Mari, Michi, Goro.
Yeah,
Ruriko,
Michi. Yeah, Ruriko. That was another name.
Hiromi, Dog Leash.
Yeah, Dog Leash. The point is, we had a lot of characters that were like really enjoyable, and if we had gotten this level of development with them, I think we would have liked them even more than we already did.
I mean,
Imagine
yeah,
if
because
Dog Leash
they'd
had a
actually be
dog.
characters.
Yeah, right?
It's funny that they kind of just sort of exist out of the narrative, though, for now. I don't know if anything is going to come of this, of them, like, getting involved, but it is nice. Like,
It's like a respite.
It truly is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a fun interlude, and it's like, all right, back to the show.
Yeah, back to the
Long
child
hour.
murder.
It's one of those things where, and I don't know if this will ever pay off, but if I were making this, this would be one of two things for me. It would either, one, just be a respite from the high stakes action investigation, whatever. This is a comfortable space where we can inject a lot of levity or sincerity or comfort, jokes, whatever. Or two, we establish that same thing very early on, and then we just obliterate it later.
Right?
It's over for you.
Yeah.
This is your life now.
Guaranteed you are not going to make it out of this alive.
I can't wait for the Grongi to burn Pol Pol to the ground.
Me either.
Honestly. We're gonna eat that dude and his curry.
Yeah, just, like, they'll
In
rip
that
him
order.
in half in front of Godai, and it's just be like, well,
And that's when we'll get his next
Satoru.
power up.
yeah.
Oh,
It'd be
what is
so
the color
tragic.
of... Yeah, what is the color of your boss being murdered in front of you, but you actually like him?
I think, like, one of those color combinations that are like, it hurts to look at because your, like, brain doesn't know how to focus on it kind of combinations.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, okay.
I think, yeah, it should be painful to gaze upon this form.
Should be
Because
lime
pain is what your
green and
life is
hot
going to
pink.
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neon blue and neon yellow.
It's like dead screen, computer blue, and white.
I think there actually is a Kamen Rider that's like lime green and neon pink, though, is the thing.
Yeah, there super is.
Okay, I was right.
seeing that one.
Fucking
I
Mr.
remember
Dangerous.
seeing that one.
Mr. Dangerous is absolutely green and pink. Love that for him.
Well, I guess he has a tragic backstory.
He kind of does, is the thing.
He's watermelon flavored.
Yeah, there we go.
He's durian flavored.
You can't bring him to the airport.
You can't. You super can't. For multiple reasons that we'll get into someday. Let's go over to Junon University Archaeology Lab. It's 2:21 p.m. and Sakurako gets another phone call from Jean, who says that the items they found together have assembled into, it says one solid object. It's in pieces. But they have assembled, like the Avengers, into...
It made a shape.
Yeah, it make a shape. And they're going to be sending it over to Collaborative Investigations HQ for analysis.
John really does not take this very seriously. He's like, this stuff's alive. They moved on their own.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stop worrying about it.
Listen, my man
put it in the
understands when
trunk.
he's out of his depth, and I appreciate that.
A
Why'd
rare
they
skill.
re-separate them, though? What'd they think was going to happen?
Yeah, you make a fair point. I think maybe it was just for ease of transport. That is a big fuckler of a thing. And trying to like take that table and like put it in a box and then take that box and put it in a truck would be a motherfucker supreme. To be sure. Anyway, we will go back to Kanto Medical University Hospital as Tsubaki is dissecting one of the corpses of the construction workers. Specifically, it is Gash Stevenson. Who we do get to see his gash. He really did fuck himself up bad.
That thing was gnarly.
It was
even worse
a
than death.
big ass cut. I don't know what this dude did, but he sliced himself open.
Wear protective gloves, folks.
Seriously, yeah. Keep yourself safe out there. But yeah, so we're just sort of talking about the cause of death and essentially setting up how we're going to lure Brian out later on in the episode. Ichijo then gets a call from an officer at the scene that describes that the unidentified life form had suddenly changed its target. So yeah, Ichijo gets a call from someone who's like investigating the scene post the fight, and he gives them an eyewitness report that says like, hey, someone saw that Brian was going after these 3 fishermen first, and then suddenly he changed targets, which is what lets us put the pieces together that it was the scent of our construction workers' blood that drew him. Mm-hmm. We see Ra Balvada and several other Grunki as they come across an injured me Bairanga.
Gay boy sighted.
Yeah, it's true. Man, this dude's IRL fit was absolutely gay boy supreme.
Okay, so I say gay boy sighted because the scene starts with a different gay boy. It was Brian. And
right.
As he's nursing his wounds.
Yes.
And it goes like, and zooms in on him. It was like a kung fu movie.
God, it was.
But yes, and then an even gayer boy materializes in a truck.
Yeah, an even gayer clown, man. Finds a truck.
Suspenders.
Yeah, right? Rainbow suspenders.
No shirt.
The most insane pants I've ever seen in my life. Construction hat. It's a hard hat summer.
Yeah, this man hijacked a truck to go to Pride.
Get it right.
Get it right.
Plays Blue Velvet on the radio.
And freaks out about it.
Me too.
Yeah, well, so did anyone who's watched Blue Velvet. People are screaming about Pabst Blue Ribbon in the comments. I forgot about Brian's human fit dog leash with rings on it. Truly, this man is dressed to go to Pride. Dog leash with rings on it, fishnet shirt, both ears pierced, rainbow hair. Like, goddamn. What a look. Absolutely iconic.
Truly, yeah. The Grongi truly are just a ton of neurodivergent queers.
True.
It's truly a shame they are also murderers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to see their gender science in action.
If they got genders something. we don't even know about.
Yeah, they
right?
we cannot fathom their genders.
That's powerful. I'm kind of into it.
Yeah,
Ancient genders.
I do want to
land of myth. Yeah, go ahead.
I do want to go back to the truck scene a little bit just to comment on it, because I think this is like the first time where we have specifically set up the bad guy who is going to be in the very next episode in a previous episode. Yes. Like we've obviously been foreshadowing our villains a lot, but this is the first time where like a guy has just shown up and then immediately he's the antagonist of not this episode but the next one.
I gotta get everybody's favorite impression. Truck backing up. Truck backing up.
It was, God, we will talk about this guy, because... Yep. you thought Brian was the fuckler? This dude is the fuckler.
Yeah, this guy's the whole thing.
This is true. We'll get there. We go back to the hospital, and Yusuke and Chono have themselves a conversation, as after Chono wakes up, Yusuke is essentially asking him about, like, hey, why do you look up to the identified life forms? That's kind of a weird thing to do. And of course, Chono in classic emo fashion says, you wouldn't understand.
So I wrote down, I wrote down in my notes, nobody can understand me.
True.
And then a second later, he said that verbatim. It's insane.
It's so fucking wild.
It's like, oh right, the year 2000.
Oh yeah,
irony wasn't invented yet.
Yeah, we didn't know what that was.
I miss those days a little.
Yeah, back in the olden times.
I watched a movie from 1999 that I expected to be like really gross and cynical, and instead it had like genuine heart behind everything.
Whoa,
Yay.
Fucked up.
I'm talking about American Pie for the record.
I know.
That movie's got a core. It has an emotional core to it.
I guess I'll have to check it out. I've American Pie is one
bad
of those
movie.
like movies that I've oft heard spoken in whispers from the elders, because obviously it came out when I was a little kid, so it was a movie
right.
I was not allowed to watch. But
Yeah.
everyone seemed to be able to speak something of it. Plenty of people in my middle school and high school talked about Stifler's mom, or did this one
Right.
time at band camp jokes, but I've never seen the film. And the finding out that it's actually about something is kind of wild.
It's like, yeah, it's really truly about the awkwardness and vulnerability of high school.
Wow.
Very much framed in the, oh, bros, we gotta have sex.
We gotta have sex.
Because that's its own flavor.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway.
That's my little tangent about a movie. It's very silly. Irony is a poison.
Irony is, in fact, a poison. Remove it from your body. Do everything sincerely.
Blah.
Yeah, let me just...
Don't
Pull
kill
it
the
out
part
of
of
me
you that's cringed. Kill the part of you that cringes.
Pull this irony poison out of me like Magneto in that fucking scene from X-Men 2.
True.
Just...
Fuck you. Man, Magneto is so cool. Anyway, so Yusuke and Chono are having their nobody understands me in this world. I just wish all of the other useless humans would go away conversation. He tries to leave. Tsubaki and Ichijo show up, and Tsubaki's like, hey, you are fucking too sick to leave. You need to stick around. Meanwhile, Ichijo goes pulls Yusuke aside and says that we've got a plan to get our hands on Brian. Tsubaki then asks Chono if he knows about his condition, and he replies that he isn't afraid of dying, which...
Oh, can I dissect you then?
Yeah.
Hey, if you're not using that body, can
Yeah,
I...
you're not using it, so let me get in these guts. I'll use it on people who give a shit, you fuck.
Damn.
I mean, a little bit. So Ichijo and Yusuke go to do, crime fight and stuff, and Tsubaki gets real mad with Chono and is like, let me show you some shit.
Yeah, he gets to get real on him. He gets to turn the chair around.
Yeah, let me explain to you what the fuck you're talking about. And so he takes him to the autopsy room and is like, you get to look at this dude that just got murdered. Take a good hard look. This is what dying means. This is what it means to die, and it's going to happen to all of us eventually. And poor Chono, he can't hack it. He just cannot hack it.
He really couldn't. Sensitive little tummy.
Sensitive
Yeah,
little
he
tum-tum. Almost spilled
yards.
all of his beans and his crackers.
He's having a hard time, but I did laugh at him.
Yeah,
It's a good thing he didn't, because they really needed to fix the drain on that room.
true.
They were like... It was a tangible puddle across the entire floor.
Literally just
Ankle deep.
standing water.
Yeah. Gross.
Which I'm pretty sure is not the way it's supposed to be in autopsy rooms. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, you're supposed to have a drain that works.
Mm.
If you're
you
standing
clean.
in water while you're taking a shower, something's wrong with your drain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Get
fair.
the hair out of that.
Fish it on
Reno
out.
down that thing.
Yeah.
Get the turbo snake.
Truly get the turbo. Everyone, make sure you have a turbo snake. You never know when you're going to need it.
Oh, I hate those things so much, but they work so well.
That's the problem.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I also I found the line, what was the exact line? You need to seriously think about what it means to die.
Mm.
And then you can decide what to do with it. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
wrong.
yeah. When he pulls out the
Yeah.
fucking Chono's
Yeah.
Raw as
knife.
hell.
This
Raw
is a
as
show.
hell.
Yeah.
The kid's gotta learn.
He's got to learn. You're finding out early. Welcome to the real world.
Your life is in your own hands. You can kill yourself or not. It doesn't matter. But you need to decide if you want to or if you're, comfortable with your own mortality.
Yeah.
So what the hell?
For kids.
Nah, I love it. This is great.
It is
It's
great.
great, but I just
It's-
wasn't expecting it.
The
It's
show really, isn't holding its punches whatsoever.
It's not, and I fucking love that shit. It's part of truly one of the things I love about Kamen Rider, not to be one of those guys. But I love that Kamen Rider is able to, like, you know, tackle serious concepts like that, like mortality, in a way that is still, I think, digestible well enough for kids. Just the fact that they would be willing to talk about it even in the first place, I think, is cool. But also, like, I personally feel like they always do a good job with it too. I mean, even the Kamen Rider that is my favorite, X8, like, the notion of mortality is kind of like the driving theme behind the whole show. And it, when it is kind of confronted with in the show, it's so good. I love it so much, like, every time. Watch X8 if you haven't. I highly encourage it. If you're enjoying Kamen Rider, please go watch X8. It's so good. At least in my opinion, in my humble opinion.
Meanwhile,
anyway.
Meanwhile,
John Whiteman on the scene.
Yeah, John Whiteman is on the scene. He's helping the researchers pack up the objects and load them into the truck that's going to go to Tokyo for research. Jean hitches a ride in a police car by...
He's white.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing I didn't really understand about that scene, is the way he talks implies they were going to leave him, which, why would you do that?
See ya, John. Get your own way back home.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know, yeah, I don't get it.
At least, man.
Yeah. Like, why would you not bring the guy who found the artifact back with the artifact? Nah, we don't need them. We got scientists in Tokyo. You stay here and dig up more rocks for us to send.
Digging.
Yeah, get back in the hole.
I guess in theory, yes, like, he might have just wanted to continue his research. But yeah, this is important, and he wants to hand deliver it.
Yeah, he's like, I feel very responsible for this as a thing I found. So I want to make sure it gets transported safely, and thank goodness that he comes along, because we'll get to that. First
we have to do some action studying.
Is there action studying?
I just remember they're cutting back to Sakurako doing some cool research, and it was very action.
Yeah, she definitely
moving camera. She's just typing.
You wouldn't download the car.
Yeah.
A car would download you, though, apparently.
True. Yeah, we see Ichijo as he boards a little boat with a bunch of gallons of artificial blood.
Right, that's also their plan.
Yeah.
we need to cover Yusuke in a bunch of blood. Just full carry it.
We are once again using Ichijo as bait. We're just going to have him boat out there while dumping a bunch of fake blood in the water, and, it'll sort itself out, I guess, as he is by himself with no other cops, and only one guy kind of is like, are you sure you want to go by yourself? And he's like, I'll be fine. And then he's like, oh, okay, bye. I love that Ichijo just has enough pull to make shit like this happen. If it was like any other dude.
Yusuke in it.
It certainly would have been an option. I wouldn't be against it.
Never.
And the problem is neither would Yusuke. He'd be like, yeah, that's a great idea.
He'd be extremely down.
Oh, Yusuke.
Oh, Yusuke, you're just just a little guy.
I find it really funny that they didn't need to distribute this blood whatsoever. It was just in 4 drums on the boat, and that man jumps on immediately.
Well, they do pour it into the water.
Did he?
They're like opened up, and you see them like pouring into the water as he's boating along.
I missed that then.
But honestly, Brian probably would have shown up without it. What's poppin'? I heard you got blood. I got my bloods, is what I got. Yusuke get his ass. We go to Chuo Expressway, Suwa service area, where we get to, we're going to take a little bit of a rest stop on our very long trip to Tokyo. And as we do so, the truck and our artifact is rattling, it's rumbling, it's moving, and it's shaking. What's going on?
Oh, man. Truly maybe my all-time favorite John line so far.
Oh,
very soon.
Yeah. That's
when the reveal happens.
When it happened, true. We also see that Chono is trying to go home when he hears he hears about the fact that ULF 23 is out and about and does the dumb emo thing of I'm gonna go meet my hero Jeff the Killer. You can imagine how this one pans out, ladies and gentlemen.
I wonder what's gonna happen when I meet Jeff the Killer.
Yeah. I wonder what's gonna happen when my favorite hero, Murder Man, meets me. Do you think he'll give me yeah. You think he'll give me an autograph?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And more, maybe.
Yeah, he'll give me a lot.
True.
Yeah, real page turner.
Then we do get that action typing scene that Shakes mentioned of Sakurako studying to the sequel to Studying. We go back to the expressway and we watch as the truck explode.
I love
Yeah.
and then John actually has two great lines. The first one is he goes to the cop as the truck is about to explode or explodes. I forget what.
As it's shaking.
And just goes, watch your back.
Yeah, watch your back.
In English.
You know, that thing that people say in English all the time. I'm constantly saying, watch your back.
Very friendly thing to say to people.
True.
Yeah, right? And, to his credit, you needed to point out that Truckfucker 2 was here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the truck fucker. Because this truck gets fucked.
The
thing it explode.
It's so funny because they're looking at it from this front perspective and it's just like, like, oh wow, there was like an explosion on that, but it still just kind of looks like a normal truck with a trailer behind it, and then they step to the side and it looks like it's got a big fucking bite taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, crunch.
Delicious.
And Todd goes, oh my god.
It's eating her. And then it's gonna eat me.
I want a Left 4 Dead 2 mod that replaces the tank sound with John going, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That might be pretty easy to make.
That would probably be very easy to make. That's maybe keep an eye out for that one, people. We might try to see what we can do on that one.
Probably not, but
yeah, who knows? Anyway, now it's time to get back to the proper action of this episode, which is Ichijo getting attacked,
getting dunked.
Yeah. Luckily, he is able to prevent himself from being murdered. And Yusuke comes out, and it's time for us to just do a fight. I like that we did this fight in blue form. I think that was a cool form to do this fight in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to be fast.
Yeah. I don't know if I had any particular notes. I did have one note. I did have a note where I wrote down, I love that Godai has learned to hold back. Specifically in fighting game terms. My man has finally learned how to block an overhead.
For real.
My man would get opened up at every opportunity previously, and now he has learned which button blocks.
God bless him.
God bless him.
Finally did it. That's a really cool spot. I think it's a little later, because first we kind of have the...
Oh yeah, we do.
Our shocker, or not shocker, our Grongi fanboy.
Yes, yeah.
Gets to meet his murder hero.
Yeah,
and he goes, "Hey, nice tattoo, die."
It's so great because he comes up and he sees Brian and he's like, I am. He gets out. I am, and then Brian just goes pray, and he's like, oh no,
oh no,
oh no, Killer Man's gonna kill me. How could this have happened?
That's not how I envision this going at all.
Yeah, well.
Oh jeez.
You clearly were not paying attention, Monfrere, and you're gonna get your shit bit for it. Except that you won't, because Yusuke's here and he's a good dude.
Yeah, and he loves rebar.
He loves rebar. I also forgot, we get more of, like, beetle jump scares in Yusuke's brain.
It's on its way.
And I forgot one of the notes I wrote for that was, "It's me, boy, the PS5."
It's me, the beetle inside your mind.
You don't need Ichijo. We'll ride your horse all day. Yeah, in general, this is just a very good. It's like I said, I don't know if there are too many specific standouts from this fight for me. Besides just, like, I really enjoyed that we did it in blue. I like that we've been watching Yusuke become a better combatant. I like that we can compare Yusuke from, like, episode 1 or even, like, episode 3 or 4 and then Yusuke from this episode and see there has been significant growth in his combat ability. I think that's very cool. Especially because sometimes with modern Kamen Riders, you won't see their actual, like, ability to fight get better, if that makes sense. Like, it'll still be kind of similar moves and tactics, and it's just that, like, their suits will get stronger. So it's cool to see a Kamen Rider, like, actually, like, we're seeing him learn to be just better at fighting, and that is giving him greater success in these fights.
Very natural progression. It's great, especially. I mean, I know he doesn't always win outright immediately, and that's fine. It's just nice that he is not up against a wall getting beaten into the literal ground every single episode. I mean, okay, maybe it did just happen in the last 4 set of episodes pretty bad, but don't worry. He's getting a little better.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
treat.
that's kind of the thing, is even with the fact that Zuzain, like, fucking tossed him like a ragdoll, that was less of that was less to the, like, testament of that Yusuke is not learning and more of just, like, trying to show that, like, hey, yes, Yusuke has gotten better. This dude is just a fucking freak. Like, this is a tough fight to do because this guy is insane. But yeah, like just the fact that he's going into fights and he isn't just, like, kind of out and out getting his shit pushed in initially is really cool, at least in my opinion. The fact that we've watched things change over time, and it hasn't been like there was a time skip and now he's better at it.
I'm proud of him.
I'm proud of him too.
I don't have much to complain about in this show.
There's not a lot to complain about in Ichijo.
We don't have to complain.
Or Yusuke.
Just talk about the cool shit and make jokes.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. How can I not?
Or be thirsty.
I do have water.
Imagine a podcast where we only had positive things to say about our show.
It's bizarre. It's strange.
Fucked up, even.
It's nice, but...
Here's a potential negative.
Hit me with it.
Oh, no.
Yusuke just blows his secret identity immediately.
He does. No. That's actually something I kind of like about Yusuke, is that he just doesn't give a shit about, like, Kuga being a secret at all.
Whatever.
Yeah, he will just let any person find out, and I like the fact that, like, the people who don't know, it's sort of just circumstantial that they don't know, or, like, it is specifically that Yusuke is in such a hurry, he isn't explicitly saying to them, I have to go do a murder. He's just like, I gotta go out real quick, I'll be back. It's just, it is an interesting thing. And also it gives us like a very clear sense of who knows he's Kuga and who doesn't know he's Kuga. Ichigo, I'm looking directly at you on this one. You fuckler. Make it clear who knows whose secret. That was so annoying.
We cannot change the past.
They totally did for like 5 episodes.
And then they fucked it up. They fucked it up royal.
Also, Brian is a huge jobber. That's my complaint about Brian.
Okay, what?
He got like tapped. He just gave him like a love tap, and he blew up.
No, he did the fucking. Haven't you seen Soul Calibur 6? Keelik's big finisher move. He does the exact same thing. He literally does the exact same thing. Like to the point where I'm actually pretty sure. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. It really didn't look like it had much in the way of impact.
Like it just felt like he got him like just kind of on the chest at a certain point. He's like, "Oh no, we gotta end the episode."
See you next time on Thunder.
Yeah, and then you see us standing there knee deep in water in his normal clothes.
Yep.
And just looking like the never give up guy.
Yeah, he does look like the never give up guy, yeah.
And Chona's just like, this moron saved my life, I better kill myself.
Yeah, that is. He's like, he saved me? He's so surprised. He just
walks away.
Yeah, and then he promptly fucks off. To never be seen again.
This man has killed me, even so.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway.
I'll escape now from this world. From the world of Yusuke Godai.
I need to see him. No.
No,
I just laugh at that scene every time in the movie adaptation. It's just really funny. It just cracks in half. It's great. They really didn't have to do that.
Did not need to break that man like an egg, but they did.
They sure did.
Where does the shocker leader get his lunch?
Oh no, where?
Gil Taco. Hey! What's the Shockers Mook's favorite musical program?
What?
Zol Train. I gotta eat.
I'm sorry, I was actually laughing at it, though.
No, that one actually fucking got me.
What's Samotegron's favorite drink?
What?
Cactus Cruller. That's all I got.
That was good.
When the Chuck grunts were going in for their Thanksgiving meal, it was enormous.
Oh my god. Holy shit, that Zol one actually got me so bad. I'm hot. I'm fucking hot.
Salutations. This is the Iliendic Nonagon, and if you enjoyed this podcast and want to see more, please consider giving us a follow over on the site that was previously known as Twitter at FirstRidePod. Our individual profiles can also be found over there. King Fats is at KingFats95. Shakes is at That Gal in the Hat. Beatrops is at BeatropsArt. And I, the Iliendic Nonagon, can be found at Whale Gopher. Each of us streams a varying amount. You may find King Fats over at twitch.tv/KingFats95. You may find Action Shakespeare at /ACTN Shakespeare. Beatrops can be found over at /Beatrops. And I can be found over at /Iliendic Nonagon. Each of us streams a varying amount. You may find King Fats over at twitch.tv /KingFats95. You may find Action Shakespeare at /ACTN Shakespeare. B-Drops can be found over at /BDrops. And I can be found over at /Iliendic Nonagon. Additionally, Wordsy, who is one of our editors, runs an actual play OVA tabletop game. You can find this on YouTube by going to Tales channel, or at the site that was previously called Twitter by going to the account at Harbor Tales. Thank you for your time, and farewell for now.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that little break. We're going to get going right along into episode 15, Armor. Original air date May 7th, 2000. We start in the Metro PD, Division 1, 8:26 p.m. The police call an emergency meeting about the UFO and call Enokita. Ichijo, Sugita, and Enokita then go over the information that the Nagano Police Department gave them about the UFO. So yeah, this beetle is still out there. He's flying, and people are calling in UFO reports because of it, which is not incorrect, I guess.
That is literally an unidentified flying object. You get to use the AV room.
It's true.
So they can watch Bill Nye.
True.
Have a Smash tournament on the projector.
Hell yeah.
Who brought their GameCube?
Yeah, right.
Who's up? Yeah, who's trying to play Smash in the AV room?
The vibe must be so different now with all the kids just bringing their Switches.
Yeah, that's fair.
We had to work so hard for that back in the day.
Oh, yeah, I literally...
Oh, kids these days. Just kidding.
Got to petition the use of a projector
at
least once a month for a tournament.
Hell yeah.
But we also physically brought CRTs from home into a club room.
That's incredible.
Like, the projector was the special occasion. That was for the tourney. Mm-hmm. The CRTs were for normal day.
Powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit was heavy.
Yeah, I bet. Like, good lord.
Kids don't know how easy they have it. And I mean, I'm happy for them, but I'm now old enough to have earned my privilege to be like, yeah. They just don't know what it was like.
Yeah.
It's true.
You would never have survived.
Yeah.
Weak. You're all weak.
What are you gonna do? At your teacher on Twitter?
God, if I was a teacher and one of my students added me, I would fucking annihilate everything. Yeah.
L plus ratio.
I would block them. I would delete my Twitter. I would fail them in my class.
Burn down the classroom. Skip
yeah.
town.
True.
Listen, if I was a teacher, nobody could know that I have a Twitter. If you see what's in my likes, you won't respect me ever again. If you ever did.
Boy.
I'll lose any illusion of authority I had.
Yeah.
I know. Listen. I know we promote our social media during the ad break. Don't look through my likes. Thank you.
I'm looking through your
Stop!
right now. None of them are bad.
No.
What are you talking about?
They tend to shed light on whatever I am fixated on at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
My likes are so much worse.
True.
I also like virtually every reply I get on any post I make.
Yeah.
I mean, same.
Yeah. I mean, that's very fair.
It's custom.
Look, just...
I'm looking.
I'm gonna keep it rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go on a tangent, even though I want to.
Are you about to tear me down, and you're going to deprive me?
I was about to tear myself down.
Oh no!
Well, we can't
Let's move on then.
Listen, we can tear each other down after the podcast is done. We'll have plenty of time.
True.
We go to the Bunkyo Award, poll, 8:39 p.m. Yusuke arrives and asks where Nana is. This is where we find out Tomosawa replies that she's taking acting classes in the evening and that she wants to become a famous actress.
That's true.
I just appreciate this bit of Tomosawa then listing actresses she could be like.
He just starts naming actresses.
Yep, he just
The
starts
whole line of
listing
them.
It's
And
very
then
fun.
some off-brand American ones.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Also,
about.
I will say the intro to this episode. I think this is
Yes.
the first application of new footage,
Yeah, I believe this is our first episode where we get our
which
new
is like
intro.
spoilers. Oops, sorry. Sorry, we spoiled what this thing is gonna be in the intro. Sorry, kids. In 2000,
You know how it is.
we really want you to see this thing. It's so cool.
Listen, you need to buy this toy. We need you to buy this toy. Which, admittedly, God, I would need that toy if I was watching this as a little kid.
Oh,
I have to have the bike with the horse armor. I need it. I'll do anything you ask, please, I beg of you. Yusuke gets a call from Sakurako, and she tells him the situation about the PS5. And he goes out to, get the 411 up close and personal style. Which I do appreciate this bit because we see Thomas Lavero, he's lost in the sauce, absolutely off the shits, naming actresses, and then he turns around to say something to Yusuke, and he's just gone.
Batmaned him.
Yeah, absolutely Batmaned him.
It's truly embarrassing to get Batman by Yusuke. He's not a silent person.
He's not subtle. How'd you let this man Batman you?
I guess he's just so driven by vibes and impulse that I could see you getting caught off guard by thinking he wouldn't leave while we're mid-conversation. We're in the middle of something, and then you forget who you're thinking about.
You figure who you're dealing with.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like he saw a balloon 50 feet away and he left.
He's got to climb a roof to catch it.
But he will, and maybe later he'll come show it to you, but
Yeah.
depends if he sees something while he's up there.
God, he's got shiny object syndrome. You can just kind of flash something from him, and he's like, "Ooh, what's that?" We go back to Metro PD Task Office Force. Office Force. 8:47 p.m. Nozomi reviews the information about the UFO to the police and says that there have been multiple sightings and that the UFO appears to be assimilating metal into its body.
It's got branding deals.
It's got branding deals.
It's got logos on it.
What up, Pepsi? You trying to get on this scarab?
This beetle loves the taste of Fig Newtons, and it wants everybody to know. Also, this is maybe the earliest zoom enhance I've ever seen in media.
Yeah.
It's a good one, too.
It is.
It's not bad.
It's not a ridiculous thing. They literally just... I don't know. I feel like I'm used to all these weird bells and whistles and bleeps and bloops and the UI pops up and it's like...
Right, yeah.
But...
Okay, fair.
Where it locks on it and it's...
Yeah, it's got a reticle that targets it.
I love that shit. That's I feel like that shit is entirely in existence because of Blade Runner.
Probably.
I've never seen
Honestly,
Blade Runner.
probably.
Blade Runner
We should
has this
watch
crazy
Blade
ass
Runner.
Theoretical 3D photo analyzer that can
It's
look
so
at
good.
impossible shit.
That sounds wild.
But its
I don't
interface
like
is and it takes forever.
incredible.
It sucks so much.
I haven't seen Blade Runner. The most I know about it is a small parody joke in Harvey Birdman. That's it. Tears in the Rain or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've probably got a
classic.
small reference to it in Venture Brothers as well, I believe.
Almost assuredly.
Probably.
Where
Probably.
24 is talking, where he's with Dr. Mrs. the Monarch while she's dressed as a cheerleader.
21.
21, yeah, sorry.
Gary!
I know. I feel like I should have that the new mnemonic device of 221.
Yeah.
Pretend I said it
He
right.
sure is.
He's not that big.
It rhymes.
Let's be nice.
No, but he's beef.
He is beef. True.
Parentheses
He's 2 ton-
affectionate.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
You know,
Yeah,
that's
come on.
fair. Yeah, he gets...
Him big.
Him big.
Mo is big. Anyway, sorry.
He'll only get bigger.
Yeah.
Extremely off topic.
Yeah, seriously. We'll start our Venture Brothers podcast in a couple of weeks. Tune in for that.
Oh God, maybe.
Yeah.
We might. Who knows? Maybe we'll do a special episode. $500 on the Patreon.
Yeah.
So the UFO is assimilating metal into its body, and Okita theorizes that it is not currently complete. Ichijo then, it spoils the thing. I'm not gonna say that. Ichijo
He gets on his J phone to his J family.
Yeah. He gets on his J phone to tell someone that he won't be able to meet them tomorrow, as Nozomi watches nearby, because Nozomi is just still constantly always up that tree, barking all day. Yeah, off the shits.
It's a shame.
Poor girl. It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work, sweetheart. We're sorry about you. We go to Jonan University Archaeology Lab, 9:48 p.m. Sakurako shows Yusuke her translation about the form of a beetle, and he comments that he got a vision of a flying bug. However, she has trouble translating anything else in the surrounding text, aside from a reference to a servant that protects a horse. Yusuke suggests that it may translate to horse armor. Get your DLC horse armor. Kamen Rider
You beat me to it! Ancient horse armor DLC!
Ancient
from
horse
the
armor
old
DLC,
times.
baby. You need to make sure your horse is protected.
There's a reference for the kids.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Zoomers.
Sorry,
the Zoomers that
Zoomers.
definitely
Is that an
listen
old
to this
reference?
podcast.
I remember when DLC didn't exist.
Same. You wanted to add something to a game, you had to buy another game.
If you want a silly story, Google Oblivion horse armor. That's
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
It's truly the advent of probably everything you hate about modern gaming.
Yeah.
Makes sense that it comes from Bethesda, honestly.
True. Shout out Beth.
Hey,
She
Beth.
really happy.
Yeah, my favorite way to refer to that company is Bethany Asda.
It's a cool band.
Bethany Asda?
Oh, Bethany.
Yeah, it's a band name.
Yeah.
No. Now there's a fail wife.
True!
Oh, man. Hey, speaking of.
Yeah, speaking of fail life.
Yeah, speaking
we
of.
go back to the Metropolitan PD Joint Task Force office. It's 4:35 a.m. We're working long into the night. Hope you got your coffee. Hope you got your energy drinks. We're pulling an all-nighter, baby. Ichijo maps out all of the known sightings of the scarab on a map in the conference room and arrives at the conclusion that that the beetle is headed for Yusuke. This is amazing. It's the most fantastic detective work I've ever seen. He plots out 2 points on a chart and is like, "Oh my god, this beetle is trying to kill my boyfriend."
Yeah. Oh my god, that plane's headed straight to my boyfriend. Oh, hey, Genki Girl.
Oh, hey, Genki Girl. Yeah, Nozomi then calls him outside the conference room and gives him a birthday present. Ichijo politely declines the item, and Nozomi comments that her assumption that he had a girlfriend was correct, which he then denies.
Oh, no.
Oh,
No,
that's not it.
No, you misunderstood. No. I love this conversation, too, because they have this really cool thing where Anakita is, in the hallway in the background, just passing by, and, stops and goes, oh.
Yeah.
And,
she just kind of clocks it.
Files that one away for later. Keeps moving with her day.
I missed that.
Might
Initially,
need to
it was a
go
very good
support
touch.
this girl in a couple of minutes. When she's
Interesting.
crying
Anyway.
in the bathroom.
Yeah, we've all been there, girl.
Hold her hair.
We've all been there, yeah.
Is that bad?
Well, maybe.
Screaming and crying and throwing up over Ichijo.
I mean, who wouldn't be? Shit. If I shot my shot and I got fucking smacked down, absolutely. I'd be eating so much dirt. Shoveling it into my gullet.
We're very well adjusted here.
Yeah,
Can't you tell?
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
She then asks if he's not interested in her, and he replies that has nothing to do with why he declined the gift. Okay, I feel like maybe this is why my first note is no, because it's so much earlier. But it is very just be dodging the question.
Damn.
Very powerful not answering the thing that you asked. Good job, Ichijo.
It's fair enough. To an extent, I understand not wanting to feel like you should reject someone who hasn't plainly stated their feelings for you. Like, if someone's like, happy birthday, here's a gift, and it might seem like a gesture beyond professionalism, but you don't know the true context behind their feelings behind it. They might just want to be your friend or something, or maybe they're not even ready to take that step. Like, if they're just like, happy birthday, here's a gift, I think it'd be weird if you're like, oh, I'm not interested, honey. You can keep that. Like, I feel like it'd be a weird situation to be proactive in turning her down in.
Yeah, no, that's entirely fair.
I don't know why I made him sound like that. I'm sorry.
Because that's what all evil gays sound like.
Sorry, Toots.
This dog's gotta ride solo.
With my boyfriend.
Yeah, with my boyfriend.
I need to be alone.
Pops leather
with
collar.
JFK.
We're just two lone wolves.
Yeah. What? Surely new meaning to the word inside you, there are two wolves. They're both gay.
They're both gay.
You're
it's you
gay.
and your boyfriend.
Yeah.
You're gay.
You're gay.
You're
Yusuke?
Use
Go
yeah,
die.
use gay. Go
He's
die.
gay. Oh.
Use gays. What about the battle of the bands?
I'm
Anyways.
sorry.
Yes.
Anyway.
Sugita then runs out of the room and tells him of a new unidentified life form sighting. It's time to learn about the fuckler.
Hey, boss, I love driving backwards.
First, we go real quick to Jonan University Archaeology Lab 441 AM. A phone call about ULF 24 appearing wakes both Yusuke and Sakurako. They did it. They actually got some sleep. Proud of them. And Yusuke dashes
they
out.
passed out.
As
Their
he
bodies
writes
could not take it anymore.
That's true. Listen, sometimes your body will just turn off. You keep fucking around. You will indeed find out. As he writes to the scene, the scarab from earlier hovers near him. Mei Galido Gi, that's our fuckler for today, is then seen backing up a truck in a forest and declares that he will use it in his gegel.
This guy loves driving backwards.
He loves driving backwards.
Back in that thing. How fun. Hey, we spotted the ULF, you know, the one that, I can't remember his number, but the one that likes trucks. No, the other one.
Yeah, this is shock surprise. The truck fucker has returned. It's truck fucker 2, baby.
I think Shakes made this joke last time, but like, yeah, we got this truck for like 2 more weeks, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. I think this has just been the same truck every single time.
Yeah, no, almost assuredly it is just the same truck every single time. I wish there were better pictures of what they look like when they're in their human disguises. If you haven't watched this episode, please go at least watch the episode so you can see this dude. I'm looking at, it's just like shoulders up, and there's so much to unpack. We've got the fingerless glove. We've got the scarf. We've got, like, black and yellow security rope tied across our chest. We aren't wearing a shirt. We are wearing rainbow suspenders. We have on black lipstick and, like, purple dagger marks that look like they come out of the Final Fantasy fucking character creator underneath our eyes. We are wearing we are wearing a hard hat that is covered in different colored tape crosses. And so it's wrapped in an orange rubber hose. What is happening?
Oh, it's the Kankuro lines. I suddenly realized he's got the Kankuro lines.
Yeah, he's got the Kankuro lines.
Just imagine Kankuro, but like at least 500% gayer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. This man is the Pride Parade.
which is kind of impressive because the colors on the jacket or on the scarf look to be purple, black, white, and yellow.
This motherfucker is wearing the non-binary flag.
He is the Pride Parade.
They
are the Pride Parade, I guess.
Or yeah, I guess they. It's just it's
singular
insane.
and plural they.
Is this the representation we want? I don't know, but it's
It's
cool.
super not.
I like it.
It really probably shouldn't be, but truck backing up,
It
baby.
shouldn't be, but I'll take what I can get. I think.
Oh, this is an interesting thing. The wiki refers to him as a crab grungi. When I saw his form, I got cockroach vibes.
Yeah, I thought they were a bug. They're
Yeah.
apparently a crab, which further confused
Oh.
me because I have confused notes and a desperate search for information that went nowhere about this guy.
Ooh.
But I'll get to that later.
Okay. We'll get there then. This guy is having a conversation with some of the other grungi about his fucking horrible behavior. You know, obviously one of them is like, it's fucking gross that you're using this gross ass truck. You're not
I
a
love
real
truck.
grungi.
Get Sonic blasted, idiot. Honk.
Yeah, fuck you. How about truck horn in ear? How about that, idiot? He's like, nah, this is gonna be my cool fucklers trick. I'm gonna murder them with their own thing. It'll be great.
I think that's fun. I think that's cute. I think that's creative.
Yeah, that is fun.
Okay, apparently it's fun.
What?
The jury's in, ladies and gentlemen. Murder, it's fun.
No, it's fun to murder someone with their own toys.
Also, like, maybe you should try it before you knock it. Jeez.
Yeah.
Damn, you're right, B. I haven't done nearly enough murders in my life. I need to fix that shit.
Well, you gotta be so judgmental.
I'm sorry. That was a lot more incredulous than I intended that to sound.
No, it was perfect. We go to Mitaka, where we're at a crime scene. It's 7:19 in the morning. The police inspect a crime scene involving several motorcycles and a truck. Sukaza says that it was likely a grungi attack due to witness testimony. Yeah, I mean, sure enough.
Yeah, the guy in the Weven 11 saw them.
Yeah,
We can't show the logo, but there is definitely a convenience store
yeah.
with green and orange stripes.
Didn't
Yeah, the Circle
get
7.
that brand deal worked out.
That shit's too expensive. Just get the shot where the tree is blocking the logo.
True.
And that's smart of them. They don't
really
need the
is.
7-Eleven.
Frugal.
Yeah, they don't need to call out that it's a 7-Eleven. They can just say convenience store.
Yeah. Combini.
Combini. Shout out all the combinis out there. Y'all are doing great work. We go back to the Metro Police Department at 7:33 a.m. This is kind of a sad. I forgot about this a little bit until I read this first sentence again. Nozomi tries to throw out the gift that she was going to give to Ichijo as Enokita watches nearby. Enokita, it does say Enokita advises her against throwing it out. And tells her that Ichijo refuses everybody's presents since his birthday is also the anniversary of his father's death. When he was 10, his dad, who was also a police officer, died because he tried to save people drowning in a river, and because he respected his father, he became a policeman. Since then, he visits his mother, who is a nurse, and always has to work even during holidays on his birthday. She explains that Ichijo likely wants to return home and meet his mother, but cannot due to the unidentified life forms. We're learning about Ichijo!
Yeah,
backstory.
Before we get into, like, the actual interesting meat of this, about Ichijo's backstory, I gotta say, I was actually really surprised about his reasoning, because I thought it was entirely just a fleshed out thing of, this man is incredibly popular at work, and he might be aware of it, so he knows it would be potentially rather unprofessional of him to accept gifts from many coworkers that are entirely unprofessional in nature, just, you know, they're all courtships. So I just thought it was an extra touch of like, oh, maybe he does know that people like him, but no, his dad's just dead and he's sad about it and he's devoted his whole life to being a workaholic. That's sexy of him, though.
Yeah.
God. Now B's more likely to give him gifts.
Exactly.
I just have to give him practical gifts that are subtle, that he won't be tipped off by. Listen, I just happen to do overtime on the same night. Don't worry about why or how. and maybe I just happened to pick him up an energy drink on my way to the vending machine.
My favorite part of courtship is deception.
Same.
Oh. But... Am I doing a good job in this case, then?
Yes, I think so.
Oh. Okay, well, anyway, that's the foot
Your plan
in the
is
door.
thorough, okay?
Yeah.
You gotta start off small. You can't start off with literally the foot in the door phenomenon.
Gotta get in there.
I should stop.
Probably.
In his mental space.
Yeah. Start occupying
Oh
space
my
in his brain
gosh.
meat. And then you can
Anyway.
start occupying space in his real meat.
Mm-hmm.
Are you attempting to tell me you do not want to occupy this man's meat space?
I'm distracted by not a gun. Sounds like you wanted to say something.
I got distracted by this whole conversation. But to try to bail B out here.
I appreciate the effort. Thank you. You've got the
Do
spirit.
you have something?
No.
It's okay if you don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
I
pull
was
the
I was
eject
scraping the
cord.
barrel. Yeah, no, sorry.
Rest in peace. It's okay.
You gotta let the girls down easy with your tragic backstory and also that you're gay.
Yes.
But also, like, doesn't that just make you sexier?
Well, that's why you also
I mean,
inform her
that's for me.
she's
Yeah,
gay.
that's you really got to make sure
Which
you
is-
sneak in that, and also I'm gay.
That's very
I think
fair.
Anokita probably should have snuck that in.
And Okita absolutely should have snuck that one in. That's
Nobody has the
definitely
heart.
something that Okita should have mentioned. But yeah,
But you don't out your coworkers. That's fair enough.
yeah, that's incredibly fair.
Let's
Speaking
meet
of,
Ichijo's mom.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of Ichijo's
Yes.
family, let's go meet her at Nagoya West Hospital, 8:05 a.m.
She's got some whack ass touch typing.
You know,
She is such a boomer.
like good. Yeah, I was gonna say that like makes sense though. It's 2000. The home computer is like a new thing. She's clearly old already. which
What? She
means
didn't take any typewriter lessons?
Probably
She's a nurse.
not. I don't know, maybe. Who knows? How
Yeah,
long
type
has she been
shit.
a nurse?
As someone who knows nurses in the current day, no, that's not something you have
All
to
right,
learn.
fair enough.
Yeah. Listen, you would be surprised how lenient like typing speed requirements for jobs are.
No, I do. I get it. It's wow. She was struggling. She gets
Yeah,
it done.
not to sound too southern, but bless her heart, she really gave it her all.
Bless her.
Doing her
Bless
best.
her heart.
Bless her heart. But so yeah,
Yeah.
Ichijo's. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say the important thing about Mama Ichijo though is that she is on the side of justice.
Yes, she is. She is a
Seigi.
warrior of justice, and for that we appreciate her. She's the head nurse at the hospital, and she has canceled her leave for the day due to Ichijo not being able to come over. She woke up early in order to pay her respects to her late husband and left to work. That is a woman who knows that her job is important. Like, damn, didn't even.
That's just the nurse life, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'll tell you what. With the jobs I do, I would have taken my birthday off for sure. I'd have been like, "Fuck this! I'm not coming in." I have many times in previous years.
You really get the impression that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah.
and Ichijo
Exactly.
and his mother are very like-minded in regards to their dedication to work.
which will come up again in a very good bit towards the end of the episode, but we'll get there when we get there. So she's talking with another nurse, kind of explaining the situation. She says that it can't be helped due to Ichijo's position as part of the unidentified life form investigation team. She doubts that she'll see him for the rest of the year, since the attacks are unpredictable, and ignoring them so that they can meet would not honor the spirit of her husband. Yusuke tells Ichijo that he saw the UFO flying near him and tells him about Sakurako's translation. He believes that the UFO doesn't mean to hurt anybody, but Ichijo warns him that it still may not be safe. Then they get a report of unidentified life form 24. I do really enjoy this conversation of Yusuke just being like, Yeah, the UFO buzzed me, but I think it's gonna be fine. I didn't sense it was like evil or anything, and Ichijo's just kind of looking at him like,
You didn't what?
like still be safe, and Yusuke kind of just being like, nah, it'll be fine. Like, Yusuke, please protect yourself a little bit.
Yusuke is very sweet. If you tell him you're not going to hit him, he'll trust you.
He really will.
Damn.
Even right
like
up
a
until the
puppy.
point where he gets punched in the face.
Yeah, a little bit.
God, he really is.
Maybe
like
a little
puppy.
after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess you caught me off guard that time. Don't worry, I'll be ready this time. Okay, so I'm not gonna punch you in the face. Right.
Repeat until he's dead.
Yeah, we go back to the hospital where we are seeing that Ichijo's mom is slowly but surely turning into anime mother as she collapses at work.
Oh no!
Yeah, speaking of bless her heart.
Yeah, she's going
Literally.
to need multiple more blessings at this point.
Oh no, is Ichijo going to become a famous Kamen Rider orphan?
Maybe.
Find out!
We'll have to find out, but it seems everyone's too busy to.
First, we have to go to Chiba, Keio Road, 10:14 a.m. A transformed Yusuke manages to cut through traffic in order to chase after unidentified life form 24. The UFO follows him, and he gives chase. That's supposed to be as he gives chase to the truck. I think I. Go ahead.
What's up?
Well,
I just wanted to. We might have skipped over it, so I'll just give it a shout out.
Yeah,
If that's what you're thinking.
we
had a brief
I think we're
scene.
thinking about the same scene. Yeah.
We had a brief scene of I don't know what to call this man. He's a hermit crab.
Mm-hmm.
They are hermit crab.
Just call him
the Pride Parade.
Just call them the fuckler.
The fuckler. Sure.
Because this is
Pride Parade
absolute
fuckler
behavior. This is the most heinous shit. This is
Yeah.
so fucked. This
is
so
like genuinely
fucked.
uncomfortable to watch.
It's the worst. It's the worst. This shit sucks so bad.
As he backs up a truck into a narrow alleyway chasing down some girls, until they reach a dead end, and then presses that thing right up against them, stops for a little bit, lets them process and scream and beg, and then just starts
fucking floors it.
He knows how to
Flooring
have a
it,
good time.
grinding them into the wall.
It's just
holy
shit.
That caught me off guard. It was like, that's brutal. I was like, oh, is this gonna be where Kuko finally gets the fight going? No.
Nope.
These three girls are dead. Tack another 3 on, boys.
Yeah, just slap another 3 kills on there in just like truly the most heinous way. Like even I had notes about just like this just sucks. It just sucks. It's like it's not fun or cool or it's just bad. It's just a bad time.
I want to see Kuga fuck this man up so bad.
Yeah, truly, yeah. Like no greater incentive to be like, I need Kuga to fuck this guy's whole shit up as
I need Kuga to fuck that truck so bad.
I need yes. I need Kuga to annihilate that trussy.
No! No!
I hate that I'm reminded of the Wikipedia article again.
Oh, right!
No!
Shout out to Wikipedia for having an article on Ussy.
Oh my god. Rules. I need to look it up. I need to do some research.
It's so good. Oh no. I think B is taking actual damage in real life.
It's really terrible.
It's pretty thorough.
B's pulling
Unfortunately, yeah.
B's pulling an X-Men animated series, Xavier. Just get
You're all
blasted
canceled.
with the rays.
Every single one of you.
I'm going to try and
That's
rescue
fair.
B from this as we go back to our main fight scene. So
Activate horse armor.
yeah, we
DLC.
watch Kuga chase after this guy in his truck. He transforms into armored horse midway through. And then for some reason his bike just like it stops, it not working no more. And so, Homeboy is like, all right, now I'm gonna back into you too. And once again, we end on a: is he going to be hit by the truck, or will he survive?
I misunderstood this when it was first playing, because I assumed the beetle armor bike was just smart enough to know that it's going to fuck up that truck if it stays absolutely still. It's like, I'm stronger than it. Watch this. And just parks itself. I don't know if that was actually the case,
check
but
the shit out.
It did kind of work like that.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
It messed up that truck.
Yeah,
very funny.
Let's get right into it, because that's the opening of...
I just real quick, because it is going to go into the next. The Jikai for this episode, I've pointed out the Jikais generally have like at least one thing that's cut in such a way that makes it really funny.
Oh yeah.
In this one, you might remember has that part where it's just like whacks him with a stick and he just falls into barrels and fucking explodes.
Yeah.
It's so snappily cut. It's so funny, and it's
so
not
good.
far from what happens in the actual episode, but it is not nearly that fast.
Yeah, it is a very funny cut.
Just But yeah, we gotta get into.
So we
get into that fight.
Yeah, we gotta get into Creed. Kamen Rider Kuga episode 16, original air date May 14th of 2000. So yeah, we start right where we left off with that fight scene. Ooh, excuse me. Yusuke is able to dodge the truck, which hits the bike, but as we will find out later on, does not significantly damage it. Yusuke goes blue and he starts giving our crab man. It's still so weird to call him a crab. Like, I kind of get it now that they've said it, because like the arm blades he has kind of look like crab pincers.
Pinchies.
Yeah, against his fists. But like, tell me this dude doesn't look like a roach.
He does very much look like a roach.
It's specifically a very specific type of hermit crab. I remember finding that in my research.
Okay.
But otherwise,
which I guess is why he's in the truck.
Oh, it makes perfect sense. Actually,
okay, that does make more sense now.
Not that part, but yes, that part too. So
okay, do your thing now.
Things have landed into place for me. Anyways, he says a thing as he gets out of the truck. I keep meaning to say they. I'm sorry. This is a crab. The crab man.
I don't think we can misgender this fictional crab man from this.
I know. They're just GNC and NB as fuck. They're wearing the NB flag.
Okay.
I feel like I should give them that credit, even though it's accidental. Maybe.
That's fair. I appreciate.
I mean, it has to be, given the timeline.
Yeah.
I don't know the scene. I don't know the scene back then in Japan.
Well, I don't think
wasn't that
NB
flag like made in like 2014?
That makes sense.
2010s.
Okay.
I don't think they could have.
Yeah.
They were ahead of their time.
Truly.
Really?
Anyway.
Gender science is immaculate, 2014 also, but wow.
Oh yeah.
They really were onto something.
I appreciate you respecting this fictional crab person's pronouns.
Listen, I can hate them, but I shouldn't fuck that up.
Yeah, no, like legitimately. It's good commitment.
Anyways, they get out of the car and they're like, I forgot its name. What is its fucked up Grongi name?
I did too. Megaridogi, I believe.
I am Megaridogi. If you look at my back, you are destined to die, or something.
Oh yes,
like that.
yeah. All who look at my back are slain, or something like that.
And so that got me that made me pause the video like halfway through as I remembered it, because it made me remember something. And at first I was like, oh shit, isn't that like a thing in Pokemon, like with Shedinja? Because I thought this man was a bug. I was like, oh yeah, Shedinja has that hole in its back that like takes your soul if you look at it.
Yeah.
Isn't that a folklore thing? I couldn't find anything about that. But then I found out that he was a hermit. They were a hermit crab. And there's a certain kind of hermit crab.
Mm-hmm.
That is like, I don't remember if it was like a full-on yokai, but but I think it was feared as something mythological because there was a species that had this pattern on its back that looked like a samurai helmet.
Oh. Is this it? Hekigani?
Yeah, I believe so. And it's named after as such, I believe.
I'm definitely seeing. Oh yeah, I see exactly what they're talking about. I'm definitely seeing some stuff here off of just a quick Google search.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So yeah, there you go. A little bit of a cultural reference.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. That was really cool.
Yeah, that's legitimately very cool.
That said, I'm sad that Shedinja did not lead me to any actual things, and they just kind of made that up for a Pokemon.
On an infinitely less articulated and much less interesting or well-researched note, I would be remiss for anyone who isn't actually going to watch the episode to not say that he has this face like he just stepped in something. That's all.
It's true. He's constantly looking like he just stepped in something.
Yeah, they're just like. I also appreciate that they have a fun bandana.
The fun bandana masters the loincloth.
Yeah, they're driving their truck.
Yeah,
truck driving bandana.
I think I described it in in my notes. I put down, I love this dude's do-rag.
Yeah, for real. For real. Just working the streets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Backing that up.
Literally, yeah, they really are.
When you see them in the street, put your back ass up.
You better run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
on the wall.
Back that ass up. Seriously, get out of there.
Well, you backed up.
Yeah, he's backing up.
Truck backing up.
And you know what else? Beep, beep, beep. I think the corpses are getting cold.
The what?
You better eat up.
The corpses are getting
cold.
cold.
You're right. Yeah, we better get...
Better reheat that gently in some melted butter.
Mm.
Oh yeah. My gosh.
Did we go through the?
Oh my god.
It's time to continue the fight.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if we had gone through the rest of this fight or not, but I mean, there's not. This is one of those fights that's also kind of not a ton to it for reasons that we will get into.
Yeah, it's a fake out.
Yeah, we crash the car into the bike. Homeboy comes out. We fight. Kuga goes blue. Stabs him into a pile of like gas canisters and broken electric equipment and stuff, and it explodes. And
like
we're
the preview said.
Yeah, we're Dunyan Rings. It's time to go to Nagoya West Hospital, where we see Ichijo's mom in a hospital bed. We then go ahead and cut on back to Ichijo. He's got Enokita on the phone, and he requests that she look at Yusuke's motorcycle. Yusuke then asks Ichijo if anything happened to his mother, but he replies that it'll be fine. So yeah, this is where we find out, hey, bike's fine. Literally not a scratch on this thing, which is that's good.
By the
good horse armor.
Mm-hmm. Worth every cent.
Worth every brain aneurysm.
Yeah. Worth every metal thing that we destroyed. We go on over to the Metro PD Joint Task Force office, 11:23 a.m. Sugita tells Nozomi that him and Sakuragi will head to the scene, and afterwards he will... Yeah, he does make a comment about maybe being able to take his daughter to a piano lesson afterwards.
Right. This is where we all discuss everybody's really bad issue, our family issues.
Yeah.
And poor sense of commitment.
Nozomi remarks that he's a good father, but he insists that he's ordinary. Nozomi asks Enokita if Ichijo needed to be at the research institute and if any other officer could stand in for him, since she believes he should go visit his mother. Nozomi tells her that since her father was also a policeman and dedicated to his work, her mother seemed to be very lonely up until her father passed away from disease. Enokita says that Ichijo acts that way because it's in his nature, and he deeply cares, unlike herself, whose husband left her because she was consumed by her work. tells her to have faith in Ichijo.
Yeah, this is exactly where I wrote down. I think every single one of you have some real fucking issues. And then,
Yeah.
wait, Enokita-san, you're single?
Well, so you're saying there's a chance?
Oh, not only is she a bad mom, she's a divorced bad mom.
You'll love to
It only
see
gets better, right?
The fucking
right?
jackpot, baby.
Gosh.
Like, truly, like, unironically, appeals shot into the roof.
I mean,
As a character.
Like, what's there
I
not
was
to
like, oh, I'm really invested in you now.
I kind of find it hilarious that I don't think any of us are old enough for this to truly be, typical for something that appeals to us, and yet here we are. We're really ahead of our time. We're trend-setting.
Listen, the fact that all of our tastes are just too advanced for you is a you problem, not an us problem.
I feel like at least a few of the people who listen agree.
I'm sure there are going to be a lot of big sames in the comments.
Yeah. We have lots of good comrades out there, and I really appreciate them. I just can't help but think, like, in a way, regardless of what the canon ages of these characters are, in a way, it just feels like we're 20 years too young for these people.
That's very fair. I wonder why that might be. Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah. Maybe it's just the vibe. I don't know.
I certainly would have been.
I'm not here to damper the fun, though. I'm still in this boat.
Listen, yeah.
Yeah.
We can always appreciate. We go over...
We're known appreciators.
Nod sagely.
Yeah.
We go over to Jonin University Archaeology Lab. It's 12:55 p.m. That always kind of trips me up a little bit, because I think this is how they write it in the show. So it says 055, and I have to remember it's doing military time.
Yeah.
Because they're cops.
Yeah, because they're
Wait,
cops.
why would it be 055? That would mean midnight.
That would mean midnight.
Yeah. I'm not actually 100% sure why it says 055.
I mean, maybe it's midnight at the office, I guess. I don't know.
No, it's because it's 055 p.m. If it was midnight, it'd be 055 a.m.
That's not how that works.
Is that not?
It's not. No, because you distinctly don't do those numbers, so you don't have to say AM, PM.
Oh,
055 is midnight, 12 is noon.
It's 0 to 24.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's like this then. Because it's got
0 to 23.
It says 055 p.m.
Well, they fucked it up.
I now this makes me want to double check and see if it's weird in the show too, or if it's just this wiki.
Probably doesn't matter.
Probably doesn't matter. Sakurako welcomes Jean back, who appears worried. When she questions him about it, he reveals that he doesn't feel that he can face Mika since he couldn't protect the fragments her father found. Sakurako then gets a call from Yusuke, who tells her that the armor appeared. Sakurako tells him that the Rinto treated the beetle as a messenger from God. She then tells Jean that the pieces were retrieved to try and cheer him up.
Yeah. John Whiteman enters the scene. Crowd applauds.
Yeah.
Or at least I do.
He's a fun guy.
I like John.
I don't know. Also, I feel like we skipped over one thing. There was some little, like, grungy meeting earlier on. And I only... grungy meeting.
Gwungy.
Gwongy. They're just, being grungy, talking cryptically in a public space. I only want to point it out because they're clearly in a public space that is not full of extras. It's just full of people. It's like a train station.
Oh, yeah.
And there's an old lady who cannot stop looking at them.
Yeah.
Like, she passes
she's not
by.
a hired extra.
She passes by and goes, "What the hell?" And then, like, kind of gets behind one of them and then comes back into frame, like, just still going, like, "What is that? What? Okay."
What the hell is that? What the hell is that?
And I don't think she saw the cameras because they were, like, parked, like, a mile away and zoomed in. But I love this old woman.
It's a
just
very
saw
good
these
bit.
freaks standing at the train station. It's just, what's happening? Why are they talking like that?
Probably same if I saw something like that and didn't see a camera. I don't know if I would, like, come back, but I would definitely... I'd be thinking about it all day. I'd be like, what the fuck was that? What did I witness? What's going to happen to me?
Am I cursed?
It's the beginning of your adventure.
I hope not. Those look like the antagonists, and they look like they're gonna fucking kill me. Guess I'll have to form up a good party. Anyway, we go over to the police research lab, where Anokita comments that the beetle changed the bike's form, and she doubts that it can be changed back. Yusuke thinks that it may work like Kuga's weapons and revert back to its original shape. When Yusuke touches the armor, it glows. Also, yeah, Yusuke, again, just kind of talking about being Kuga in broad daylight.
In front of the other.
In the same room as two dudes.
Who aren't listening because they immediately go, why are you here?
Attention. Yeah, while we were watching, I was very excited, like, oh, so there's going to be kind of consequences, or in neutral, of Yusuke just being very open about him being Kuga, and just speaking openly about it. Just people are just going to start knowing, like, it's just going to trickle out until eventually there's a big number of people who know, and it'll be really easy to leak who he is. But no, they weren't listening whatsoever.
Nope.
Who is this guy, I believe was the exact phrase.
Yeah, I do believe that was in fact the exact phrase. So, good job. Good job paying attention to the plot of the show you're in, gentlemen. I applaud you.
Sometimes while I wish they were paying more attention, I can't deny that I can relate to that feeling.
Listen,
don't you ever feel like
busy.
don't you ever feel like you're not paying attention to the plot of the show that you're in?
Only when I do it intentionally.
We're all susceptible.
I see a plot point trending on Twitter and I say, I'm not going to look at that, and I scroll past.
Oh, yeah, wow.
I will simply not engage with life's story. I'm gonna go do side quests. I'm on Make a Podcast right now. It's been really fun.
I'm a crafter main.
Yeah.
I'm pursuing the romantic options.
Ooh.
Those ones I hear are tough without a guide.
Yeah. I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
Didn't say I was gonna get the best ending.
True.
Or even the good one.
As long as you get one.
Yeah. As long as you don't get the boat ending.
Oh, everyone gets an ending.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we all get the same one. Don't worry, that dialogue don't change. But at least your created character's clothes get to show up in the cutscene.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a brief moment where we we go back to Pol Pol just to prove that this restaurant does in fact get customers.
It's bumping.
It's bumping. And luckily Minori shows up to fill Yusuke's shift. This is how he's not been fired.
Yeah.
Is because he's shadow cloning in his sister. She's working two jobs and not getting paid for one of them. It's fucked up.
I really hope he actually pays her. Like, at least, Yusuke's cut.
I just realized it's literally the Timony situation.
Watch Tales of Harbor.
It's literally the Timony situation. Yeah, watch Tales of Harbor. Even down to it being the younger sibling doing the older sibling's job.
Watch Tales of Harbor.
Anyway,
Watch Tales of Harbor.
We're gonna go watch Chiba City. Shin Minato, 2:07 p.m. Sugata looks over the scene where unidentified lifeform 24 perished and comments that it's odd that they couldn't find any gibs of unidentified lifeform 24's body.
There's no ludicrous jibs. You always leave ludicrous jibs.
They always leave ludicrous jibs, but not this time. Because one of the other officers notices that a manhole cover was open, and they theorize that he escaped using it. He didn't die. He's still around. He's gonna start backing trucks into people again.
No.
We go back to Metro PD headquarters, Chief's office, 3:03 p.m. Ichijo reports that the UFO was likely an ancient weapon that was revived for ULFO-4 and requests that it be placed under his command. The chief isn't sure, but comments that since number 4 has defeated 21 out of the 24 unidentified lifeforms and has saved many people, if the UFO is related to ULF-4, it should at least be given some protection by the police. Ichigo flexing that he's got big boy pull in the police department, and he could just like say that shit's off limits, and they're usually like, I mean, yeah, all right, fair.
Don't touch my boyfriend or his toys.
Yeah, listen, just let my boyfriend play action figures with the big bucks. Well, as long as he keeps killing them.
I don't remember, like, so he starts like writing his stuff soon. At some point I was really like out loud wondering, how much of a pain in the ass do you think it is to drive that the armor?
Oh, the armored
bike.
Ooh, yeah.
That thing looks cumbersome.
Probably a motherfucker to drive. Yeah.
Like, you only do shots on straight roads. You cannot turn that thing.
Because like the Tri Chaser obviously is definitely not that bad. It's just like a dirt bike, but yeah, there's so many just like big ass bits to that thing, and like you can tell that it's not like it wasn't modeled to look like that. That's not the frame. It's something that has been put on top of another frame. Yeah, that's probably gotta suck. Yeah.
I would love to see it in action. Just see how
Same.
shitty and heavy it is.
It'd be very cool to be able to check it out. We then go over to Ichijo and Nozomi. They briefly and awkwardly meet in the hallway outside until Ichijo receives a report about ULF-24 hijacking another truck and runs off.
No.
Also, Ichijo's mom wakes up. Good things happen.
Even though he didn't call her.
He did not call her. He was just like, oh, well, I'm going to make a concerned face and get back to work.
Yeah, I guess these guys are just too big deals to call their mom after a ULF engagement. I don't know.
Fuck. That's good. All right. I say, since he did the most work, and he killed the bug man, Kuga gets the stick. Oh, I don't see why we got a lot of sticks. Anyway.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I think the whole police department should get sticks.
What's going on?
Please watch Shorzy.
Please watch Shorzy. Just walking in on the whole department eating ice cream.
Yeah.
Yusuke would.
Yusuke absolutely would. Oh, Yusuke would be the one who was like, the whole department should get sticks.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'd be his suggestion. Anyway, Chiba National
It's the best fucking idea I've ever had. Sorry. Alright.
Pol, home of Oriental curry.
Whatever that means.
Oh, yeah. Right. Forgot he actually answers the phone for once.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he does answer the phone.
To which we found out, yes, what Yusuke was saying before when he talked about it, that is just what he's been taught to say.
Yep.
It's true.
It is Pol, the restaurant with Oriental flavor. Anyway, Chiba National Research Institute of Police Science, 4:57 p.m. Enokita comments that after Yusuke touched it, the bike seemed to awaken. She then gets a call from Ichijo, who reports that ULF-24 didn't die. The bike then gives off sparks, and Yusuke rides off on it, damaging some of the equipment that the scientists were using to measure it.
Oh man, here's where my Enokita brainworms fully set in.
Oh yeah?
She has a little phone charm.
She does.
The phones have been good in the show.
The phones have been very, very good in the show.
They've been classic. They make me yearn.
Yeah. Me too.
She's got like this little like, I don't know what it was. It's not like a Pikachu, but it's some little yellow beast, like that thing from Puyo Puyo.
Maybe it is the thing from Puyo Puyo.
It's like Carbuncle. I don't know. I'd have to get another look at it. I don't think it was, but it would be funny.
Yeah,
it's look. Enokita's got charm points. Literally,
Enokita has many charm points.
I see the creature. What is the creature? Oh,
Gaze upon the creature.
It went by too fast.
Here, I've got the creature.
Freeze frame, zoom, enhance.
What the hell is that?
It's me.
What the hell is that?
It's me.
That is.
Holy shit! It does,
I have
it
a
does
marginally.
It looks like Neopet's Pikachu.
It does.
It
doesn't
does. It does. It
Who
looks
are
like
you?
a Betty or a cheek. Wow, I instinctively did a deep pull Neopets instead of the thing it turned into in modern Neopets.
Amazing.
As
Whoa.
someone who doesn't watch Digimon, this looks like a Digimon to me.
Yeah, it
like
might.
a first stage Digimon.
Well,
That looks
It-
like a Gatomon that they like
Yeah.
stripped the white off of.
Yeah, they fucking
Legally
dipped
distinct.
Yeah,
legally distinct
like genuinely
Shadowbot.
they might have actually.
Maybe
Mm.
it'd have been around that time. It would have been
It's got
popular.
the proportions and the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just doesn't have the white.
Yeah, I would believe she's into that.
Sure. She's a big fucking nerd.
She's rocking the digital monsters, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Maybe it was a gift from her son.
Maybe. Aw, that'd be so
Oh,
sweet.
he loved her enough at one point to give her a gift. Was that too much? I'm sorry.
No, it was great. That was excellent.
Fucking wasted her.
I feel like I've been so
Annihilate.
mean lately,
No,
and nobody's
it's good.
punishing me for
It's good.
it.
More mean bee drops.
Okay,
No.
but here's
Mean
here's
drops.
the
Mean
thing.
drops is my favorite
You have
flavor.
I have yet to see you be any sorts of aggressive towards actual people.
Yeah, true.
Do you want me to?
Yes.
Mm.
Oh.
Please do a race crime.
Wait, no. What's wrong with
I'm
you?
not doing that, chat.
B drops Germa moments.
Stop telling me to commit hate crimes.
Never. I'll never stop telling you to commit a crime.
I am not going to commit crimes. No.
No,
I'm
I'm
not.
not doing that.
Okay, one hate crime.
No. Germa might succumb, but I will not.
Oh fuck.
God. All right, the horse says it's time to go.
Yeah, the horse says
Yeah,
it's time to go.
let's go.
Yusuke catches up with unidentified life form 24 again, along with Ichijo. As Yusuke charges his bike at the truck, the front of the bike sprouts flames.
He gets that thing up to fucking speed.
He really does. Takes ramming speed to a whole new level. The front of the bike sprouts flames and manages to topple the truck, killing unidentified life form 24. However, once
that truck's so good it killed him.
ladies,
You didn't even have to touch
Wow,
it.
what a way to go.
you ever get dick so good you die?
Well, clearly not.
Need me a freak like that.
Jesus.
I cannot overstate this, but good God.
Once this happens, the beetle turns back into stone, returning the Kuga's
Oh,
bike.
man, my horse.
They've got the TRCS to its original form. Yusuke then suggests to Ichijo that he return to Nagoya, but Ichijo asks him what would happen if something happened. Yusuke says he understands, and after Ichijo suggests he rest, he tells Ichijo that the hospital his mother is staying at accepts visitors calls until 8 p.m. Ichijo nods
Yay.
and drives off. That was a good little bit. That was just
Yeah.
a nice
It was
little...
sweet.
That's very Yusuke.
Yeah, and that leads into the scene where we end this episode. Metropolitan Metro PD Joint Task Force Office. Ugh, it's just so many words to say in sequence, especially after having been talking for this long.
Task Force Office.
Mm.
Let's
Task
just
Force
say
Office,
that.
7:58 p.m. As Ichijo finishes up a report, he calls his mother at the hospital and teases her that she fell ill despite being the head nurse. She teases him back and asks how he can be so free, and the pair then hang up. Nozomi, who was outside the conference room when Ichijo called his mom and overheard the conversation, smiles. I really did enjoy that bit. That he calls his mom after not being able to see her all day on, the day of his father's death and the day of his birth. And the first thing they do is they just roast each other about the
They
fact
have a
that
really
they're too
fun
busy.
rapport.
Yeah.
Yeah. They truly are, you immediately get the sense that these are two people of like mind who understand each other very well.
Yeah. It's like I wrote in my notes. It's the little things with this show.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like there are so many just like small touches that are so fucking good.
This show's good.
They play us out.
To be good.
They play us out to the Twin Peaks music one more time. And Jikai clip show? I guess we're gonna find out, but like
we did Jikai clip show just a little bit. But yeah, that leads us into, we're gonna be doing another 4 episodes next time, baby. Those are episode 17, Preparation, episode 18, Loss, episode 19, Artifact, and episode 20, Smile.
that's an order.
Yeah, we state mandated smiling. I mean, I guess with that, is there anything else anyone else might have to say? Any closing thoughts from my wonderful co-hosts?
This is not something I had the time to articulate well in my notes, but I have been like stewing a tiny bit on it.
Go for it.
So our past 2 episodes worth of episodes, just 9 to 16, has been an exercise in these are all the most wonderful, miserable people in existence, and I'm so glad that they have each other, because no one else will have them.
Yeah, we've done a lot of really good character building in these past couple of episodes, and it's appreciated that we are doing any character building at all. I apologize for hopping back on the dunk on Ichigo wagon real quick, but just the notion that like we are taking time to develop our characters and like flesh them out is so good. Because it makes you care more. It like makes the stakes more legitimate. Because like, you know, you learn more about Yusuke and you learn more about like the kind of person he is, and you like you start wanting to root for him. You want him to win. You don't want to see him get hurt. You know, you want all of this to end quickly so Ichigo can, you know, go back home and see his mom and stuff like that. It's just, you know, it's really good the way they kind of make the characters feel like actual characters, as opposed to just sort of like additional set pieces.
Yeah, thankfully, like I definitely agree that I love the coherency of this series so much better. But I guess I always have to remind myself that even if there are shows in the 70s that can certainly accomplish this, it was definitely not a show that knew where it was going.
Yeah.
And they were just constantly flying by the seat of their pants with no success and no budget. And as much as I totally agree that if I truly had to say which product I prefer, it would not be a difficult choice. I would pick Kuga. But it sure had to pave the way. Ichigo did have to walk and then break a leg and then come back 40 episodes later for Kuga to run.
Yeah. But Kuga truly is running. That's the
Kuga's
thing.
Sprinting.
Kuga's fucking sprinting.
And we're only, like halfway? Not even?
Yeah, not quite even.
Not quite yet.
Yeah,
like a third of the way through.
Show's like 45 episodes. So yeah, we're still like a third of the way in. 49 episodes. I'm sorry.
Good.
Wow, just like Macross 7.
Just like Macross 7.
Wow, imagine what you can do with 47 episodes. We should sit down and compare these two series in depth. 2 49 episode long series from Japan. Incredible.
Only a few years of separation, too.
Yeah?
Wild.
It's actually a good thing that we brought up the episode count, because this brings up an important point. As of having watched episode 16, we are now done with the rebirth arc of Kuga. Starting with episode 17, we will going to episode 35, we will be entering the evolution arc.
Ooh.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what's going on. I hope that you all continue to enjoy and listen and watch along with us as we continue to check out this really fucking good show. We hope that you are watching it, or that if you haven't been watching it, hearing us talk about it will make you want to watch it, because it is absolutely worth your time, I promise. As are other Kamen writers, so I hope that you check out other Kamen writers as well after all of this, because they are super worth your time and your investment. But that's going to do it for us on this episode. Thank you very much for listening and hanging out with us. And always remember, if you can't believe in God and you can't believe in Buddha, you can always believe in Kamen Rider.